Good evening, darlings. Let us see here. I have a little bit of a small announcement I want to make. Well, it's not really an announcement, but before we get started with the stream, I wanted to show something off. You might notice something a little bit different. Hey Val, and thank you for checking in. Evils, hey, how's it going? What you'll see tonight is something a little bit different, something a little bit updated, and I actually want to show it off a little bit in detail. So through the last, few days, many hours of pain and perseverance, I've been working on my new VTube model, and I might look the same to you, mostly. Hey, Sleepy, Real Dr. Pepper, and Alejandro. Welcome to the chat. But what I've been working on is this new model. And it's the same design. It's Dragon Librarian Nasachi. But we have a really updated face. I added some freckles. But that's the smallest thing. You'll notice now that I can look everywhere and my eyes will follow. My mouth can do these things. So what I did is I added full facial tracking. So now I can't hide anymore. You can see everything about me, every single emotion. And it's gonna be really relevant tonight because, as you saw in the name, I am gonna be very emotional tonight. Hey Maddox, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be competing in a game, and a really bad player of games. But I'm gonna be competing in Anno 1800 with one person that is a good friend of mine from my Discord. And while we're talking about the Discord, before we get started, because we should get started quickly, I don't want Dasho to wait. I just want to make a shout out for my Discord server. We recently grew to over 100 members, and I really wish for you to join as well. The more people join, the more fun we can have. We do special events, we chat together. Yesterday we had a little party and VR chat with some karaoke. It's just really amazing. Oh, hey evening, welcome to the chat. Really nice to see you. I'm doing pretty good. So that's the other announcement. I'm back. My voice is not 100% back, but it's good enough. And for those of you who don't know, if you aren't on the Discord, I've been sick. Nothing serious, just a flu. I mean, that's serious for me, since, you know, I'm really counting on my voice. But I'm back now, and from tomorrow I'll start recording videos again. And I really wish to apologize for the lack of videos that have come out or not come out in the last 2 weeks. A little spoiler, tomorrow the third part of Dragon Librarian series will come out. I know that's a lot of people's favorite, so that's what we're gonna go with. So that's really the biggest announcement. Nasachi is back in town. And we're gonna celebrate that tonight by getting our ass beaten by Dasho from the server. And to do that, I'm gonna do this. And as you can see, we have set up our game. And I kind of placed everything a little bit around. New setup for my VTube avatar in the corner. Made the game screen a little smaller. But I would like you to tell me if there's something you can't see at some point, okay? Now, I will pop out the chat so I can see it while I'm playing. There we go. That's much better. And then I'll open the game so Dasho isn't waiting. We're gonna be playing Anno 1800, and Anno, don't choose purple. Okay, Anno is a game about trading, establishing a little colony on an island in the 1800s, and we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be competing with Dasho. I'm gonna lose because I want to take my time to also explain what I'm doing so you can all follow along. First of all, we have to choose our logo. We already picked our character because she's the cutest one. We are pretty peaceful, but we're also very majestic. You know what? We'll take the cat. The cat with monocle. And he says not to use purple. I guess we'll use pink then. We are the pink cat. And Dasho is the evil captain. He's like the evil captain coming from across the seas to hunt us and take our money. Anyways, let's click the ready button and show Dasho we are ready. It gives me a little bit of time to get a drink. Order. Dasho won't be joining us. Yes, I'm ready to go, but you can see his chat in the game window. Dasho, go ahead when you are ready. Alright, so Anno 1800. It's a really amazing game. The basic premise is basically that you are running a trade empire, like a business. Oh wait, let me just fix the chat. Probably gonna be on top of this chat, but I'm gonna close this chat. I think we can put the chat up here, like this. It's a little bit annoying that it's blue. Maybe we should put it here instead. Like so. Let's try this for now. We can always move it around if you want, right? But you are a trading empire in the 1800s. And what you start with is basically nothing but a ship, the Campion, our flagship, and a little trading station. The trading post and the little ship is everything we have to start with. And we need to colonize this island. And we can see Alejandro, happy Halloween to you too. And actually happy Halloween to everyone. I realized I should have been wearing a Halloween costume, but we can't win all the time. I wish if I hadn't been sick, maybe I could have pulled something off. For now, I have to like scare you in other ways, like making really scary noises. Roar. I hope that scared you lots. Anyways, what we want to do is basically build a settlement for people to live on, and then gather resources. We want to get this clay, copper. We can see on this island we have potatoes, we have grain, nitri, I guess, and grape. The potato and grain is nice. So what we can do is, in the bottom, we can build stuff. And depending on what we have unlocked. Maximum spook. I'm really scary, I know. We can only build like farmer stuff in the beginning. So let's place some roads and plan out, because I love planning. Dirt streets are cheap. Unintended. So let's just get this out here like this. We can see we have up here we have oil and iron. And one thing we need to recognize in this game is that there's something called pollution, just like in real life. And our inhabitants do not like pollution. So I'll drag a road up here, and just knowing this area, our island is going to be very polluted. And we might not want to build up there. So I think we'll build our settlement next to the harbor. It'll be like a harbor town. Which is nice, because that enables us to also use the warehouse here. And I think that pretty much goes it for planning. I think before we start building, this flagship should settle on another island so we can claim it, because Dasho is already doing that. And what we'll do is we'll just... So introduces himself. Dasho is approaching. This is like the greatest anime. So, oh my god, this is Dasho. Property of the Source. So, Dasho is the blue captain. And no, maybe we should do it like this instead. So we look north. I think that's better. So we'll just settle on some island.
Her Majesty leans on me to detain any.
Thank you so much, Chiefos. Up here you can see Eli Bleakworth introducing himself. He's also approaching me. There is a few NPCs in the game that you can trade with. and we'll get back to them later. For now, our ship is exploring, and while that's doing its thing, we can start building. Now, the most important thing we need for, building a settlement is wood. We need plenty and plenty of wood. And wood is basically timber. So, to get timber, I'll explain real quick. You need to get like a lumberjack's hut, and you can see it takes 15 seconds to produce one wood. This is a sawmill. This is a production pipeline. And one timber also takes 15 seconds. And you need one wood to create one timber. So that means it's just... Madame Kahina is another NPC. Probably an evil one. There's like 2 pirates in the game, I think. Anyways, back to our own production. We need 1 lumberjack's hut per sawmill. That will create like a fraction of 1 timber for 15 seconds total. You can see it costs 10 and 5 farmers. And right now we have gold, but we have no farmers. We'll see them here. So what we'll start with is attracting some population. I like straight lines. I don't know why, but I have a weakness for like Manhattan style building. So what we'll do is be really boring. We'll start with a marketplace because everyone knows life gathers around the marketplace. What we'll do is place that here. And then we'll plan out a little bit like SimCity. Every single house that we build needs road connection. So what we'll do is, you can see a house is 3x3. So we'll probably put like down 3 here, times 2.
You reached a new milestone.
Now we reach the age of agriculture. That basically means we unlocked some new buildings. We unlocked the timber thing and a warehouse. So we'll just build around this central building here. And it might not be the best strategy, but that's fine. I like it. We'll just put out a few. You know what? Let's keep it to this. Let's hook them up with road so they can move in. And then I'll show you a bit of details about the buildings and how we progress in the game. So, we start with farmers. You can see we now have 22 farmers in our workforce. They're slowly moving in. In this house here, 1 family lives. And right now they're happy because they have their basic need achieved. They need a market. That should mean that they slowly move in more. So a total of 10 can live here. However, they won't move in 10 people if they don't have all their needs fulfilled. They also have a happiness need. And this happiness need doesn't need to be fulfilled to upgrade, but it does make their happiness go up, which means they pay more money.
Things, I'll grant you, but for better or for worse.
Every single farmer pays money, and every single maintenance or production building we have uses money. So you can see right now in our finances, our newspaper brings in 1 coin, but we also pay money for warships, public services. And the marketplace takes 20. That's why we're losing money. Let me show you here. Now that we have some farmers we can use, we can build a wood cutting station. And I think we'll put it over here. Actually, that's not true. I want to put it close to this because wood needs a warehouse. And it's easier just to put it here. So let's plant a road along this here. Then go in here and place the lumberjack hut. You can see the lumberjack hut. If I put it close to something like buildings, the percentage goes down. That means it doesn't have access to as much wood as it needs, or as much forest. So, what we need is to find a place with 100% coverage. Or close to. We can go over here, because then we know if we build on this side of the road with houses, we don't disturb the forest. So let's put this lumberjack's hut here. We want 1 more. So let's put that further down the street. So it also reaches 100. Like so. These they still need. You saw the little timer next to them. They do need to plant the forest before they can get started. But while they're planting away, we can put down the secondary building we need for timber. which is the sawmill. And the sawmill costs 10 farmers and 10 coins. We can actually place that pretty close too. When we place it here, you can see the green line that goes down here along the road, which means that it has access to this warehouse. We can also put it over here, actually, because it doesn't really require to be close to the forest. You can save some time by having them close to each other because they do get transportation time. So the person actually transported it from here down the road and to the sawmill. However, as we go along, we get to upgrade the roads. For now, I think we'll plant them here. It does take a little bit of our sawmill, or our forest, but that should be fine. Now we have a little network here. The planting or the lumberjack cart is gonna deliver wood to the sawmill. It will then process it and deliver timber to our warehouse. The timber we then need to produce more houses and everything basically. It's gonna take some time. In the meantime, we need to plan ahead because these houses, they have a need for fish. Right now they have some fish that we started the game with, but that's gonna run out. We'll need to take care of that need. Fish, it's very easy. It doesn't have a production line. It's basically just a maintenance cost. It costs 2 timber to build one and $100. And the maintenance is 40 and 25 farmers. And we have both. We'll just pop that down here. And you can see we are now using 80 production buildings from the fishery as well. So we are going to be in the minus for money for some time. But while everything over here is settling, let's go visit our ship. Because it's idling somewhere over here. There it is, the Campion. Let's send it down here. What you can see here with the star is actually a quest. And I think we should do this quest. So what we'll do is we will, hold on, before we do that, we'll just move the chat a little bit more. Would be nice with like a background on the chat or something. We'll figure that out as we go. Anyways, you can see this lady, she has a quest. She says like, give them an inch, child, and they'll take a mile. I once helped an old colleague escape from a hairy situation she got herself into. Now she acts like I'm her maid. Just her to pick up the mess. Look, just bring the dirt to me. And she gives me a quest where we get some money and a character we can put on a ship. So we'll accept the quest.
Glad you find it exciting.
And she says we need to pick up Flotsam. Alright, so the Flotsam is located somewhere down here, which we can see on the map. And what we can do is like take our ship and just go here. So we have 30 minutes to complete this quest. And it's just picking up some stuff for her, which should be easily done. And while that's being done, we can go back here. Oh my god, you see this fishery has no warehousing range? It's because it's not connected. We have roads. Let's do that. We can do it really quick, which means that our production of fish start to increase. You can see our little fishing boat is actively working here. And that's one of the really nice things about this game. Like the graphics details, it's just so nice. We have every single feature in the game, every single little mechanic is displayed via a graphic. So you can see this is occupied by people working there, and the wood is being carried by a little truck. You can even see like where it's coming from, where it's going to. It's just so beautifully produced. It's also a pretty heavy game. I don't have the settings up on max right now because it simply killed my computer if I had to stream as well. But it's really cool. I really recommend trying it. Let's see. We found this blue island, and won't you have it? This is Dasho. And as you can see, Dasho has a production of timber and also a little warehouse to put productions for clothes and like sheep wool. He also built a fire station because he saw my city burn up when I was practicing earlier. Very clever, very clever. Let's go back to our own village. We can expand now as well because we have been lollygagging a little bit. So what we can see is we have 2 more needs we can give our farmers for them to make happy, to make kids. We basically want them to make babies. They have their need of a market and fish satisfied. So what we'll do is we'll go in and try and satisfy the need for wool work clothes. That's right, Star. This is it is like Factorio, just with graphics, really nice graphics. The other thing is it doesn't have aliens, of course, but it has pirates. And there's actually a lot of stuff to do here. Like building your supply lines is one thing, but you also have to do quests, go on voyages, visit different worlds, and much, much more. It's very cool. I don't know how far we'll get today, at least not with my speed, but let's speed it up a bit. We want to go into a production line of worker clothes. To get clothes, we need wool, and you get wool on a sheep farm. And I really want to keep like production over on this side, so production kind of shadows the later pollution we get. Aliens, Dasho, same thing, definitely. Dasho is like a really mean alien. At least aliens just can come to annihilate us, you know, or take over the world. Dasho is just mean. He just comes to beat me. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll kind of like plan out this as a farming area. If you remember this, what I like to do for the forest is kind of like fence it in. And this is just for my own sake. You don't have to do this. But this means that I should not build in this area. This is for the forest. Yeah, I have a green economy. Vote for Nasachi, and we'll have green energy only. So, what we can do is just start building out the business here. Again, very efficiently, we put 1 sheep farm, gives, you know, 1 wool per 30 seconds, and 1 work clothes gives 1 piece of cloth per 30 seconds. So we just need 1 of each. Wool farms require space, but it's a bit different. As you can see, when I click the wool building, I get to place the like the livestock area, and the wool farm has 3. So we place them like this, and it turns into a nice, really satisfying square. Now we can delete this road. Now these guys are producing. And next to it, we'll put the work clothes. It's basically like a little knittery or like a tailor shop. Now, one mechanic I want to explain is warehouses. Every production building needs access to a warehouse, but if you have access to 1 warehouse, you have access to all of them. The deforestation incident. Listen, Ace, I am, you know, protecting the forest. I was born in a forest myself, so I love this. I'm basically a druid. I can see they're replanting now because I built the highway through the forest, but you know what? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the highway incident. Anyways, this thing is missing goods. But before I talk about that, I wanted to talk about the warehouses. You start the game with a warehouse, and you know, the warehouse has a certain range, so this needs to be within a warehouse range. So you can see this has a long range. However, let's say we want to build, you know, an oil factory out here. We build the oil springs, oil wells and all that, and we just build a warehouse next to it. Now, whenever someone delivers stuff to this warehouse, it's accessible for your entire region. So it's very, like, it's easy like that because it's a big enough game already. So these allow delivering 1 piece of worker clothes, and we don't know what they've been wearing up until now. If it's like an Adam and Eve situation where everybody's just running around with leaves on their clothes, like on their body. Hold on, we can zoom in here and see. I guess you can't, like, this is your fine clothes. You can't work in that. They need works clothes. Essence, am I right? But now, I think one is enough. What we can check is if we click on the balance on the economy, we can check production and see that the demand is 8 out of 8 and we're producing 8 out of 8. The demand for fish is low. We're producing a lot of fish. There's a low demand on clothes and we are delivering. However, there's a high demand on schnapps. And we're not producing any, so we should get to that. Alejandro, what did I spend my first salary on? You mean like my real life salary? If I know myself well, it's been a while. It was most likely games. I had my first job when I was 14, and it was a job I did 2 times a week, Friday and Saturday. I was delivering like ads to people's mailboxes. So me and my friend, we would sit Friday night and like organize all the ads into like little stacks of like 15 different paper ads. And then on Saturday, I would sleep at his place, and on Saturday we would go out and deliver the ads. It was a horrible job and it paid so little, and because we were 2 about it, we had to split the payment as well. And at that age, I really liked games. Well, I still do. Probably computer games, Alejandro. If I'm gonna be honest, I would like to say something smart and like mature, but I can't. Probably a game like The Sims or something. Anyways, where did we come from? We came from the farmers. They want to have clothes, so they soon have all these basic needs settled, but they're unhappy. How can we increase their happiness? They want beer and booze. The Schnapps is, or the pub is easy. That's just a public building. And again, we want to try and like build the public buildings in the middle so we can build around them. So we just build a pub. The pub requires 10 timber and some money. And we can flip it, put it here. Nice. Let's put a dirt road around it like this. And we have some free space here just to make it nice. We can plant some trees. This will increase the likability of living here, like the quality. You can see here, the attractiveness is that we live in a quaint village. Now we check again and see the happiness. Their pub need has been satisfied, so that gives us 12 happiness and 1 extra coin per building. Now the other happiness need is schnapps, and you can see that gives a lot more money. And we are the red, so we basically feed our peasants schnapps so they can go to work and be happy and forget all their worries. So how do we create schnapps? Well, we have the production chain down here. Potatoes. And we can see that our island is fertile for potatoes, so we should be good. So we build a potato farm. We can build that on the other side here. We kind of had like our animal production here, and then our farms. Actually, you know what, let me do something different. I'll show you why in a second. This is a trick I taught myself before. So, near the edges of the coast region, we have a lot of like jagged edges that are difficult to build on. So, I'll show you why we want to build our farms down here. If we place the potato farm, you'll notice that we have to place the fields as well. Just like with the animals, but these are totally small, like 1 space each, and we need to place 72. So, as you can see, these fit really well going here. So what we'll do is just fill out this space that's really difficult to fill out otherwise with potatoes. Like so. 1 left, we can put that here. Beautiful. So that way we kind of fill out this area more nicely. But it needs a warehouse. Let's build a small warehouse, support it. So I would like to build a road here, so we don't, close ourselves in. And then we need to build a distillery. And again, you can see 1 potato takes 30 seconds, and 1 distillery takes 30 seconds. So it's 1 to 1. We just plop that down. And now you can see that our labor pool is smaller than the amount of jobs. This means, unfortunately, that we won't work at full production. We are still gonna work and get the product, but we need more farmers. Luckily, we have a lot of timber. So we're gonna expand the village quite rapidly around the main area we built. We built 2 times 6 here, 2 times 6 over here. We can actually do the same. Oh no, we kind of screwed up ourselves a little bit. That's not so good actually. But let's try and get the best out of the situation. We'll just put these here instead. Like so. A bit like a nice promenade. And I'll show you what we'll do. Yeah, they need a road. So we built the road up here. For these and these. And then we build a road in here. Like this. We can delete this one. Because they just need one piece of road. They aren't picky. They are farmers. And they need basic needs, but they aren't picky. We do this. We just want to build up like so. And we do this. Now, this is not the most effective way of building, but now we can give them some parks. So we can put like a little well here and here. Maybe some shrubbery. And some mature shrubbery. And some mature trees. Later, when we upgrade the houses, we'll turn this into like a luxury area to live in. Anyways, what happened while we were busy messing up the building style? Our farmer workforce grew. Because now they're moving into these houses. You can see their needs for fish being fulfilled, the need for work clothes, and the market. This is slowly increasing, so everyone is pretty happy. Now, what we do need, however, is this fire station. It doesn't show anywhere that we need it, but trust me, as someone who has burnt down their entire village more than once, we need a fire station. We can see the area of reach here. The most important is the village, but it's nice if it can also reach the lumber yards, and it can almost reach the last one, and this should be good enough. Hey Carter. Oh god, I'm glad you didn't miss it. I'm really glad you're here. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Are you having a good Halloween? Let's see, right now we're just waiting a bit because we need the it to prosper. And while we're doing that, we have the quest here.
Aye.
We need to pick up this timber. Oh my god, we cannot pick it up because we have too much crap on board. This is not something that you want. Usually you should have unloaded something before sailing out, but for the sake of time, we are gonna ditch these cannons. Now they are there, but we can come and pick them up later, or maybe Dasho will do it. Let's pick up the flood. Oh my god, that was the wrong one. Throw this there and then pick up the flotsam. Now this is the compromising evidence for the quest we had. Really, it's a see the quest thing, but it's basically now deliver to Kahina's bounteous clipper. Compromising evidence. So we click the quests and we can see the ship where we need to deliver the stuff. So we sail there. Oh, Carter. Have you been struck by the flu as well? I'm happy that you're doing a little bit better. Also hearing my voice, thank you so much. It's really sweet of you to say. I'm doing much better. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but one of the reasons I haven't been producing videos or streaming for like 2 weeks now is because I've been really sick myself. I haven't had my voice at all or anything. I've been lying in bed with the flu, calling in sick from work and everything. It's not fully back, but it's good enough. And I really missed all of you, so I just had to stream tonight. And tonight we're streaming Anno 1800. We're playing with a friend of mine from the Discord server, Dasho, who's over here building an enormous village. He already, you know what, we're not gonna look here and get like, feel unaccomplished, but that's fine. I want to show you a mechanic here. In our city, we have this resident quest now.
Couldn't muck me out, could you?
Bloody hounds have the whole neighborhood terrorized. Sooner or later, a kid's gonna end up bitten. Lock them up. You must. So, this farmer wants us to do a puzzle quest with a hidden reward. And she basically wants us to find and collect stray dogs. Okay, so we have to find the stray dogs in the city. And this is really like unusual in a game like this, but I love it so much. So you zoom in and you look, oh my god, I think this one here. You see it running around? Wait, that's not a stray dog. Oh my god, no, I'm wrong, they're over here. So you get these pickup quests like hidden objects and you just pick it up and you complete the quest. And that gave us 20 timber, which is super nice. So thank you so much, random villager number 142. Oh, I'm giving us timber for finding. Sometimes you have to find, you know, bryads or people who are hiding in the streets from their wife or something like that. And I think it's really charming. Anyways, that leaves us with a buttload of timber. And we need to use this. However, one thing we need to do before we do that is to find the ship we have and see how close we are to the quest. We are pretty close. Let's just follow the ship into the harbor because we need the ship for something else. I'll show you. In this game, you need to produce other things than schnapps and work clothes, and I'll show you in a second. First, we complete the quest. We're really happy. We get coins and a handler. The handler we need to equip in a ship, and he basically does it so we don't sail. Like usually you get slowed down when you carry cargo, and he does it so we slow down 20% less. That's pretty convenient. Now, to construct different things, later on we're gonna have to construct, you know, canned food or beer. We need different materials, raw materials. And if we look at our island, we can produce potato and grain. And potato and grain is good for really basic stuff. But for example, on this island, we can also get hops. Hops are very important for beer. It's a pretty close island. This one has red pepper. And it's not the best. It would be best to have one with both red pepper and hops. However, for the sake of this game, I think we're gonna take our ship and go down to this island and settle it. Settling this island means that Dasho cannot take it. And he's no, I don't think he's settled it yet. It's a huge island. This is a great thing to settle. It's also right in the middle. So we're gonna take this island right under Dasho's nose. So while our ship goes down there, Alejandro says a marching band. And you know what? I am. So right now I don't live there anymore. But I was actually friends with a lot of people in a marching band when I lived on the other side of the ocean. And it's actually quite an interesting culture. It's not something we have here. It's something they had in Spain a lot. Like parades with marching bands. It's something they had in the United States as well. I really enjoy it. I enjoy these parades, but in a marching band myself, I would be the person in front with that little stick. Because I don't have musical talent. And I'm not saying they don't have. I just don't know what they do. They probably have a really big role to play though. With like the rhythm and everything. So what you can see is these sawmills have full production. Like the output is full. That's simply because I'm talking too much and not building enough. So what we can do is we can go in here and say, okay, we only have 75 space and it's full. So we can sell some stuff off. So what we'll do is, everything above 50 timber, when a ship passes by, we'll sell to them. Anything above 50. Not something that just happens, but now we're open for trade. However, the best way to get rid of this problem is to spend the wood. So we'll do that. We'll expand the city. Let's just check real quick. Okay, so what you can see, all this time we've been building up to satisfy these farmers' needs. So now they have the market, the work clothes, the fish, and they're also happy. They have large schnapps, and they have the pub. What this means is they're ready to be upgraded. Now, when we upgrade them, a lot of stuff is gonna happen, so hold on.
You reached a new milestone.
Hey Rinko-chan, welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to see you. I hope you have a really good Halloween.
Honest work, that's all we ask.
Alright, you can see this happy worker now. He was upgraded from happy farmer. That means he pays more. So a happy worker, or like just a worker, they pay more than a farmer of taxes. We're earning money now. However, we also need to fulfill more needs, both for needs and happiness. But luckily we unlock them, you know, one at a time, so it's pretty easy. We just need to start with the sausage. Now, an entirely new worker section has been opened here, so now we can build paved streets, bricks. This is a new crafting material, and we should get that built really quickly so we can start collecting. We can build sausage factories and unions. Unions are really important. Now, first of all, oh Maddox, is it? I'm really happy that you're here though. It's a pleasure to see you, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. So here's another mechanic, the editor. So every once in a while, we release a newspaper, and we can review the newspaper. And you can basically see we have 3 articles. Every article does something. This introduces +5 happiness, -50% riot chance, and +5 happiness. So this is really good. We're not happy with these. Sometimes they give negative results. We can edit the newspaper and use our influence to put in the articles that we want as a supreme ruler. This is highly unethical, and of course we won't do that, so we'll just publish it.
It's important to be true to oneself.
And he's very happy that we don't go in and edit his newspaper, because he wants like he wants the newspaper to be as, you know, authentic as possible. However, enough about that. We want to build our brick production, and we are reaching the first mining operation of the game. You can see we have a clay deposit here, and we have a clay deposit over here. Luckily, as I said earlier, if we have something in a warehouse, it's available in all warehouses, so we don't need to travel all this road. Oh, Maddox, that's okay. If you are too shy to say goodbye or hi in the public channels, you're welcome to write me a message in my DMs. I would love to hear from you. That goes for all of you, actually. I'm very open, just for a small talk if you want. So for the clay deposits, we'll build a clay pit. The clay pit costs for construction, like for construction, 4 timber, but you can see for maintenance, it actually needs 50 workers. Alright, so let's plan this out a little bit. The clay deposit needs 50 workers, and the brick factory needs 25. That means we need 75 workers. And right now, we have 10. So let's upgrade some villages to workers to reach the target. Upgrading a house costs 4 timber, but we have a lot of timber. We have to be careful that we don't lose all our farmers, because we need all population groups to live in the city. Let's upgrade this alley here. There we go. Oh, hey Penguin. Welcome to the stream. I'm really happy to see you. I hope you have a good day, and if you are celebrating Halloween, I hope you have a good Halloween too. Right now we are playing Anno 1800. Very, very relaxing. and Chillgate. And we're actually playing versus someone from the Discord stream or the Discord server, Dasho. We're not gonna look at his island, even though we did explore it. So we are in the middle of colonizing a new island, and I'm just gonna colonize it, then we can talk about it later. We need these resources to colonize it,
Your city has grown more beautiful.
and we had them on the ship. Alright, so this is our island now. Dasho can't build on it, so we just claimed it. That's it.
Flagship ready
That's
for
all we
orders.
wanted. Our flagship will now explore more. Now, Omelette, where's the Stargate? So, I think in the Industrial Revolution at some point, we invent electricity, and then we'll, research the Stargate. I promise. But it's gonna take some time to get there. Of course, Carter, that is absolutely perfect. You don't have to write in the chat. I'm really happy when people do. It's nice to talk to all of you. You're so welcome to just chill a bit. Hey Dipper, 50 minutes late. It's fine. We're gonna stream for some hours, so there's plenty of time. Hope you enjoy the game. And also my new avatar. I see Dasho has found my new settlement. Look how unimpressed she is. I think he gets like an announcement. What we'll do real quick in this new settlement is just rush production, so it can sit there. We need farmers. I'll do this really quick. We need a road. This is primarily an island to get hops, so we're not gonna go too deep into like making it pretty. We need some road. We need a road out here because we need wood. So for wood, we need the lumberjack hut up here and one down here. And then we need the sawmills over here and here. And then we're just gonna build the city itself over here. So basically, we need the same as before. We need the marketplace. And then we need the houses. And a farmer residence costs 2. The warehouses do not connect between islands. So as you'll see, this island doesn't have anything. We need to be careful not to use everything. So let's build 10 houses. Just like 4. And 4 here. And 2. And we have a small island that is just, self-maintaining. Oh, a list of what setup I use? For my avatar and stuff? Maddox? I'll gladly, go through it. Thank you, Dipper. It's, the big difference is that I went through a lot of little modifications on the face. So now it tracks my eyes, so you can see it follows the mouse around. You can see a look at the chat. It's really, it took a lot of work, but I'm really happy with it. Okay, where did we come from here? We have our workers. We have enough workers for that mine now. So let's go over here and create the mine. And we also need a factory. Now, this is getting interesting now, because you can see one mine creates 1 clay every 30 seconds. One brick factory requires or produces 1 brick every 1 minute. That means to uphold the production of the clay factory, or the clay mine, we need 2 brick factories. So, a little bit of road. Then we're gonna build 2 brick factories. 1 here, 1 here. So this one produces 1 every 30 seconds. So 30 seconds here goes into this one. The next one goes into this one. Because these take 1 minute each. However, they also need a warehouse. And then when they're done producing, we put everything into the warehouse. And then we have access to it on this island. It's just, I don't know what it is about this game. but creating these little logistical solutions so perfectly that it perfectly adds up like this, it just makes my heart so happy. I love structure and order like this. It gets more complicated as we go, but this is just so pleasing to do for me. You can see this one got its good. We got a clay. This one will get it in a little while. Almost done. Now it takes it to the brick factory. Now they're both working. As soon as it's unloaded. Come on, you lazy horse. It's unloading. Anyways, this is going now. My setup right now, Maddox, is the microphone. I use a Blue Yeti. Usually when I record my videos, I actually don't use it. I use my headset for VR, which is an Index, like the Valve Index. But for tonight, I'm using the Blue Yeti. And I use that when I stream on my V2 avatar. The camera I use to track everything and track my eyes and all that, it's basically just an iPhone. On my last stream, I used my webcam, but I upgraded. I actually went and bought an iPhone to do this kind of face tracking, because I've had an Android phone my entire life, but I really wanted to try this face tracking, so I bought an iPhone 12, and I'm happy with it. It's a nice phone. The rest of the setup is pretty simple. It's just a regular like gaming computer. It's a GeForce 2060 Super and some i5 processor, 32 gigs of RAM. I'm not too much into it, as long as it works. But yeah, it's something I built myself. Let's see, what did we come to? We wanted to build the needs for the workers, and they need sausages. Sausages we already planned out over here, our animal farm. So we need pigs. Pigs need 30 farmers, and we don't have that because we upgraded so many workers. So we need to get farmers first. So we just continuously upgrade our city, like so. It's very easy because we planned ahead. You know, what is it that book is called? Sun Tzu's Art of War? Planning is half the battle, or the battle is won before it's, you know, done or whatever. Like, you win or lose depending on the planning. I know 1800 is war, and if you don't plan ahead, you will lose the battle. However, we did. Now we're getting more workers. We can build a pig farm. We'll build it here. I'll turn it around. Pig farm needs, for full production, 5 pigsties. And we can put them like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And you see how beautifully it adds up? So there's like this perfect layout, right? Where you put a 2x3 and a 2x3. And then you flip it and do it the other way around here. And again, it just makes me happy. Knowing it's half the battle, it's a joke mode. And I thought, oh my god, yes. You know what? I'm such a big brain. I love that, you know, all other VTubers, they quote like big fiction and I don't know, and the quote you get from here, yeah, Joe. We have a smaller brain here, but it's okay. We make up for it with, you know, comfy and good attitude, right? Butchering Transu is pretty funny. Listen, actually, isn't he called like Sun Tzu with like a Z and a T? We can butcher him equally much. Anyways, we're producing pigs and we need to butcher them. Speaking of butchering, the pigs need to turn into sausages, and 1 pig is produced every 1 minute and 1 sausage. So this is 1 to 1. We just put it up here. And I'm gonna put a little road. Now this should be okay. Actually, that's not really good. Let me kill this butchering. I actually want to put it a bit closer to the pigs, because otherwise the... There we go. Now it has a much shorter route and it'll go quicker. Sun Tzu was a cool guy. He invented fighting or something. I can feel like I may have stepped in a landmine here, and I'm not even sorry. You know, admitting your mistakes is part of improving yourself. Quote, Nasachi. I have a lot of mistakes to admit, so I'm improving myself every day.
I'll do.
Alright, so the pig farm is for some reason putting stuff in the market. It shouldn't. It should be putting stuff here. And it is, I think. It's just doing a detour. Anyways, we are producing sausages now. Let's just check. Because once we expand with farmers, we might not have enough fish suddenly or enough clothes. So let's check the needs. They're still pretty good. The happiness is good. So we aren't heavily or too heavily expanding so far. However, we do have a surplus of farmers, so we can slowly upgrade houses. And the reason we want to do this is basically because the workers, they pay more money. And the houses look nicer, right? But now you can see we get a lot more money here. Mark Johnson, I like your stream. I like Hammers. Best of luck. Thank you so much. You know what? I am so happy to say that because I love Hammers too. Hammers are workers, and I love my workers. Actually, it's quite an interesting story. My entire family is actually a worker family, and we have been coming up since I think it's my generation that kind of went to college and everything. But before me, it was just a worker generation. Like doing everything the hard way, working their way out of poverty. I'm really proud of them, so go workers. Let's see here. Where are we now? We need to expand. Yes, make them happy. Happiness comes from a church. This is the 18th century. So, and thank again, Mark, for the $5 donation. It's really, really sweet of you. Thank you so much. We'll build a church. And if you remember, Sun Tzu says that the best place to build the church is in the middle of the city, because then it has the biggest reach. If you remember, we are building the city like around here. We'll put the church here on Sun Tzu's order. However, it actually built as a blueprint because we don't have enough resources. We are missing 25 bricks. That's fine. We will let this blueprint stay here because then we know we want to build the church. So we'll put it here like this. It'll be ready when we have the 25 bricks. In the meantime, should we get another brick? Production. I think we have another mine. We checked it out in the beginning of the game. And we built the road up here. Yes, here we are. So I think we'll do that. We just need to remember we needed lots of workers. We can upgrade farmers. Let's just build it. Like so. And we need to connect it to the road. We needed, was it double clay factories, I think? It's 30 seconds for one clay and 1 minute per brick factory, so yes, we need two. Then we need the warehouse. Now, you can see we have a deficit of workers. So let's go down here and upgrade some houses. This costs timber, so we can't upgrade that many. We still need a few, but it should balance itself out because these houses, once you upgrade them, you can see they go up here. More inhabitants slowly move in. I'm just gonna hydrate. I recommend that you do the same.
No accidents in weeks.
Here we are. And I am hydrating with water. If you wanted to ask, I think water is really important. Hydro bros, hydro lads, hydro girls. Let's see what Dasho is up to. Oh, we wait. He has a second fire station now. Dear Commander, Or the captain, I mean. And he has like some little... See? He's not building to the edge. Dasho, I thought I taught you well. I thought you two had read The Art of War. He also has iron mine. Oh, Dasho's moved on. Iron mine is the next step. That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there slowly. We don't have any rush, do we, darlings? We're here for the relaxing sensory experience. Liter Pepsi. Ah, Pepsi is good too. Just remember to drink it quickly. Better to drink it like a bit more, a bit faster than saving it for a long time. Because the biggest problem with sugary drinks like Pepsi, it's not the actual sugar in your stomach, it's for your teeth. The combination of sugar and acid will be like a really bad influence on your teeth. Drink it quickly and be happy with it. However, if you do take care of yourself in general, don't feel bad for drinking sugary stuff. There's room for sinning, isn't there? Let's see here, where are we? We still need the bricks for this church. We need 25, that's a lot. I feel like I'd rush way too hard and spend most of my time stuck with no population. Yeah, I think... probably. I think this game is really a difficult balance. But it's a fun balance. And you can see Dasho is fired at me, but that's also because I like to explain what I'm doing so people can see what's going on. And I just like to talk so we can see what's going on in general. We can check what our people need. They need bread. If we satisfy their bread need, every house we have will get 3 more workers and 5 more coins, which is really good. So let's try and do that. Bread is a bigger production chain. Bread requires grain, which has a 1-minute production time. It requires flour, which has a 30-second production time. And it requires a bakery, which has a 1-minute production time. The bakery requires 50 workers, and the other 2 require 20 workers. And you can see we need 1 flour mill, but then we need 2 grain farms, and we need 2 bakeries. So total we need 100 workers and 50 farmers. So we need to expand the city. Let's do that right away. We just follow the same pattern as before. Looks back at all my Civ games where I only have 2 military units, but they have guns. While everyone else still has spears. Oh my, yeah. So, I think when you enjoy something, I also enjoy in these kind of games, and that's like research. I think in any kind of game where you can research stuff and like get new technologies and new ages, it's basically what I try to rush. In this game, I could go faster, as I said, but do it normally. But I like to take it chill because it is a chill game, and if you do plan out, even if it takes a bit longer, you will end up with a better result in the end. And I'm OCD with coffee, wine, soda. Swish water in my mouth after every sip. I think, you know, it sounds OCD, and maybe it is, I don't know, but I'm a little bit OCD myself. Because I do the same. I think if I have guests over and we drink a bottle of wine together, like if you go to the bathroom, right, to pee or wash your hands or something, and you just smile in the mirror and you're red, like your teeth turn red, that just freaks me out so much. Like, I know it's acid that's basically building on the teeth, and I can't deal with it. Let's just check quick here. The church only gives happiness, so I think we should wait with it until we have a little more, like the second brick factory fully going, because we also need more timber. We also need the timber for other things. So, while our workers and farmers are moving into the new homes, we want to find where we can build the bread stuff. And we agreed that we wanted to abuse the edges of the map for farms, because they can fit into these weird patterns. Let's do that. Because bread requires a grain farm. And you can see we have grain fertility on this island. We put the grain on like this. And grain farm is 1 minute, so to satisfy a 30-second flour mill production, we need 2. But let's start with 1. And plant, because it requires a lot more plots of land, you can see. Is that satisfying or not? Look, it's perfect. Like, it makes... Oh my god, I love it. Ah. Squid Game. Yes, I actually did watch Squid Game. Did I like it? I think so. I think it was a nice series. It was a pop series. It was made for like quick effort, with quick buck, but it was a good game. Or good series. Yes, right, Psychopilot. It's so good. I'm gonna build one more. Let's see if we can get the same level of satisfaction here. Oh. So we'll put the same here. And we'll try the same here and do this. I just want to make sure that we also need to make room for this mill here. Now before we put the last in, let's put the flour production in here. Then we can put the last few grain fields in. Like so. I think Squid Game is fun. It's like, it's very Korean, right? It's crazy. The main characters are a bit, like, many of the characters are a bit weak. Like, they're mostly fun characters. It's difficult to remain serious. And then they have one episode that's really sad and everything, but I think Squid Game is a bit like fast food. It's really nice, but it's just what it is, really. It's quick, easy to watch, quick emotions. It's nice, but it's not something that's gonna go down in the history books as like a legendary series or anything. Alright, the bakery needs 50 workers, and we need 2 bakeries. So we need 100 workers. To get that, we need to move 50 farmers. Let me see here. We can upgrade here. There we go. Now, because we got enough workers, we've unlocked some new buildings, and we can get to those in a second. First, I just want to place these 2 bakeries. Right here, and right here. And you know what's really nice here is that this entire production chain is centered around this warehouse, so it has very little travel time. We'll get bread to our citizens in no time. Any thoughts on upcoming movies like the Transformers Rise of the Beasts? I'm actually not a big fan of Transformers. I like the first one. I like the big battles and the special effects and stuff. But I think after the second one, I had a really bad experience with it, so I stopped watching them. And then they released that other movie. Oh, what was the name? With the big mechs. Where the first one was really good and the second one was not so good. Ah, I forgot the name. Anyways, maybe you can remind me in chat. It was also with big mechs, and they had like these aliens coming out of the ground. And that movie was just really something special. Of movies I'm looking forward to. I'm actually mostly looking forward. Pacific Rim. Yeah, Pacific Rim. Yeah. Pacific Rim was amazing. I think that was like my favorite big mech movie. Or much more than Transformers actually. Because I think the acting was also more fun. But yeah, I don't know, I'll probably watch it. I watch most of these silly movies. I'm really looking forward to The Matrix, actually. The new one. It could be really bad. You know, it could just be a terrible action flick. But the original Matrix has a really special place in my heart. It's just such a great movie for its time. Yeah. Godzilla? I love Godzilla. Godzilla is really fun. I think Godzilla is interesting, just not from a you know, cinematographic perspective, but also a historical and cultural perspective, because of the way that, you know, different parts of the world watch media and interpret like different beasts, fears, and terror. Let's see, we have a resident quest coming up here.
I'm happy as a sandboy. Will you build
Those
us another
dimwits,
castle?
skipping our union meeting to drink the second I look away. My comrades need to hear my proposal. Lend me your authority to gather the mob gov. So, we need to find some
Will you
people.
work your magic for us? What
Find and
we
collect
do
the workers'
so love to
comrades.
see.
And he said they went drinking, so they are probably in the pub. We need to find workers in the pub that should go to a union meeting. Oh, they're here. It's this entire group. So you click them,
Not
and
bad
up comes the
for a
quest.
big boss.
So what did we get from it? We got a reverberatory. Oh. Where did it go? I think it went to a warehouse.
We put our love.
Reverberatory furnace. It's a rare item. If we build a trade union and put this item in there, it'll affect ironworks and foundries. So we're gonna need this when we build ironworks soon. This is really good. Yeah, Luigi, it was an epic watch. It was. And I think some of the really strong scenes in that movie was giving the sense of perspective to the viewer of how big these machines really are. Because in the second movie, and also what they do in Transformers, is they forget, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that you need realistic physics for the movie to work, because it is Transformers or whatever, it's like Gundams. But the way that they portray robots with realistic physics, the weight of them, like the way they transfer motion, and you know the
I could simply
sheer size of them in Pacific Rim just conveys the feeling of huge robots much better than Transformers or Pacific Rim 2. Because in those movies, there's no gravity, like there's no physics. They just jump around. They don't have momentum. Momentum is not existent. Like they just move so quickly, like they're small machines on the ground. And it just kind of, I don't know. Anyways, let's open the newspaper and see what he has to say. Renovations boost city appeal, happiness. We are expanding. Versace incorporates new territory. Oh, that's the new expansion we did. And then we got a mission by helping someone else. So everyone is happy. We'll just publish this. Hey Shiverin, thank you for joining. Yeah, this is Anno 1800. It's like a city builder mixed with a few other genres. So let's see here. Oh, and Mark Johnson subscribed. Thank you so much, Mark. It's terribly nice to have you. I hope that I can live up to your expectations and keep continuing these really nice streams and videos. Thank you so much for supporting. It means a lot to me. Let's see where we came to. These workers are getting really dirty. First of all, we can give them their church. We have enough resources for it now. However, they are getting really dirty, and I don't mean that to be offensive. However, they have a need for soap. Soap is a basic need for workers, and if we can fulfill that need, Rehouse will give us 2 more workers and 5 more coins. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the production chain for soap. Soap involves peaks. It involves rendering and soap factories. A full production chain, we look for the fastest, and that's the soap factory. So that means for every one soap factory, we need 2 rendering works and 2 pig farms. We could lose effectiveness a little and just do 1 of each. However, fix this. I think we have the resources to go full on, and that will save us a hassle in the future. There we go. Back. So, to do that, we need double of this. So 60 workers, no, 60 farmers, 80 workers and 130 workers. So we almost have that, but we need 60 farmers. So we need to expand with farmers, and we also need to upgrade with some workers. Hey, just me 4414, also known as King Cat, the biggest meower in town. Welcome to the stream, darling. It's nice to have you here. Let's see here. We'll expand the town again. We can go down here by the church. And I think we might get into trouble soon. But I'll talk about that in a second. We can expand up here. And Mark, it's not pretentious. I want to give a shout out when people support me like that, because it is a big deal. And it's not just, you know, the monetary support. It's also about showing, you know, that you like what I do. And I want to show the world that you support me like that, because I'm really happy with it. And I'm proud of having people like you that want to support a small-time streamer like me. It really means a lot to me. So I'm sorry if it was too much, but I have to show your name. I wanna celebrate. Let's see here. Okay, so before we move on. Yeah, I know.
Sweet as honey.
That's how YouTube works. But I think it's good. I'm really happy they do it that way. So we can see here that our farmers are starting to not have enough fish and clothes, because we are expanding quite rapidly. So for the fish, it's easy. We just expand the harbor with another fishery, and we connect it with a road. Oh my god, your cats. Get them under control. I mean, I say that even though I very well know that the cats control you and not the other way around, so best of luck, Dipper. The fish should be enough now, but we also need to expand with clothes. So let's check real quick in our production pipeline. We go down to the... You can see we have a requirement of 3. And we produce 2. Our wool resources are completely taken up. So to make more clothes, we need 1 more wool. So we basically need 1 of each. Let's produce that. If we hover over the factory clothes, we can see where we have the other productions already. So they're down here. But let's just expand in that area. I think we can put the factory here. However, no, it's fine. Then we can put the sheep farm up here. It's not going to look as pretty as the other one, but we're going to fix that. So we need 3 pig pens, or sheep folds, I mean. And of course, when we have these little hollow areas in between, we're going to put some trees there. Just to beautify the area.
You're tying the knot. Never.
Oh no. And there was a certain kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight. We were just watching some South Park quotes yesterday at the party. Oh my god, that show. So, you saw there was an error message here, like a warning. When we start getting more and more resources delivered to the same place, you can see they start queuing up because we only have 2 slots. We can upgrade this. We get 1 more slot, so we don't have queues. And that might be a good idea. The alternative is just to build another warehouse over here. And we actually might do that because these production facilities have to go all the way down here. We could upgrade this with brick road instead too, but that's just gonna create an even bigger problem here. So instead, I think we'll build a small warehouse here. But we don't want to interrupt the farmers or the forests, so we'll put it here. Now they go here instead. This should create much more space over here and also give these guys a much shorter route. We can then build a road here and make like a little park with fir trees. There we go. That's gonna look nice. Now, we have come back now, and the farmers' needs are back on track. However, their happiness, they need more schnapps. So this is sort of the cycle of the game. However, at some point we don't get that many more farmers because we start needing other questions, right? But for now, we need to build some schnapps. And schnapps production, I think
An explosion
it's
in
1-to-1.
one of your factories.
Oh, oh my god.
A fire broke
Okay, so let's quickly build the fire station. Speaking of schnapps, one of our schnapps factories just exploded. And there's a fire in our bakery. We forgot to build fire stations. And yeah, this has happened so many times in my playthroughs now. I played this game a few times, and every time this happens, I'm not really good with basic security. I think if OSHA, like the workplace security place, saw this, they would capture me and put me behind lock and bars. So we are training firefighters, because you can't just place a fire station and like close the fire. You place it down, it takes a minute for the firemen to retrained, and then they move out. And while this is happening, we have destroyed buildings. It's okay. The firemen are ready now, and we'll move out. We can rebuild these. Simply, like when the fire is out, we can just build them for the original price. And while that fire is being put out, we'll build the next Schnapp station. And we need a route to this iron factory. So we are gonna have an iron reduction up here. So what I'm gonna do is like I'll rid off this area. Build an iron production. Just so we know we don't use that for anything. However, this is a really nice square area. We could build a farm there, but I want to see if it would make more sense somewhere else where we can, because we could build it out here. Doesn't really matter how far away it is. So let's do that. It seems a little bit weird.
Ruins behind.
I know. Ah, stupid fire. Let's fix that first. So we click this and we can reconstruct it. It does cost some stuff, but it's luckily not the biggest deal. Now our production is back on track, and we need to produce more schnapps. I want to save this for a different kind of production. So let's go out here, where it's nice and rickety, and build a schnapps production. So we need to build one of these and one of these. So the potatoes need 72 fields. We'll fill them up like last time, like so. Then we can build more farms down here. It's just really nice to build like this because when we do expand the island, we can't build cities and stuff here. We want to build farmland. And as long as we have a warehouse, this production cycle is happy. It delivered to the warehouse, and we now have more schnapps. However, we are running out of money. Well, we're not running out of money, but we do have a deficit. Let's check here. And it's because we're starting to build some rather expensive production chains. You see the bakery takes 120. We have 2 framework knitters now, it takes 100, and so forth. Fix this up. We do need to have more people living here. So we can upgrade some houses. And that should naturally increase our money. oh my god, Rystar. A small start to help for the training of our firefighters. I swear to god, I don't... I'm afraid I'm probably gonna disappoint you so badly. Hey, you know, I will put everything you put here towards the training of a more safe work environment. We'll get top hats, we'll get like safety shoes, safety boots, railings, and like, you know, harnesses and firefighters. So, on Rystar's command, I will now check for fire stations. Because we have this one that covers this area. And it actually covers all the way in here. This one covers this city. But I think, you know, if we have a fire over here, it'll take a long time to get here. So let's put a fire station here. Because this one also didn't cover these houses up here. So thank you, Rystar. The citizens of Raspberry, thank you forever. You have probably saved more than one life tonight. Now, we need to expand with more needs. So let's check. They now need beer. Now we're getting to an interesting part of the game. Beer production. Well, we could also go to like steel beams and stuff, but steel beams are used for construction. And I think I would rather... You know what? No, it's fine. I want to show this off. So, beer. Beer requires grain that is turned into malt. However, it also requires hops. So you combine hops and grain or malt in a brewery and you get beer. However, hops. If we look here, we don't have hops fertility in our island. And this is why we stole that island from Dasho.
New orders?
Dasho hasn't settled on a new island yet. There's a few with hops. However, we have settled this island. It is full of timber, and this island can give us hops. So, let's just spend all the timber real quick. Get farmers. We'll build like this. We'll just build like a big farmer town. We don't need this city for a lot of things, for now. Come on, and here. I'm gonna use a little bit less effort on this island. But what we need this island for is basically hops. So, to get that, we'll just build out here. Usually we would build out to the edges here to make use of that, but we're not gonna get so far tonight that this is gonna be a problem. So I'm just gonna build here, that's fine. And we check the beer production. Now, brewery creates 1 minute. Hops farms only creates 1 per 1 minute and 30 seconds. So as you can see, we are gonna come into some problems now.
A new milestone.
What is the problem, you might ask? Well, if we put one of these, it doesn't match up. So to get this to match up, we need 2 of these. We get 3 minutes for 2. And then we put 3 of these. Wait, that doesn't match up. Anyways, we just need a few of these. It doesn't need to be that. Here, let's put one here. Let's calculate. We don't want to put too many, because then it's going to cost a lot. So, this hops farm produces 1 hops per 1 minute and 30 seconds. We just make a nice little farm like this. And we put 1 more down. Like so. And we can make them look nice also. Oh, we need to build a warehouse for them. Like, there we go. Very very pretty. So every 3 minutes we get 2 now. Which is basically every 1.5 minutes, get 1. Yeah, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. But I think what we'll do for now is just get this started and save up. So we don't need the full 2-to-1 ratio for now. We need the warehouse. Well, okay, I can give you the numbers for now. We won't, because it's also a little bit pricey to produce these hubs. We are gonna have a minute, like we are gonna lose money on this island. However, the math is, it takes 1.3 minutes to get 1 hops, and it takes 1 minute to produce 1 beer. So my thought process was that we need 3 breweries or 2 hops farms. But I think it's the other way around. We need 3 hops farms for 2 breweries. Let's put a bit more road. Actually, we'll just put the last hop farm here, because that's all we need from this island. I'll show you why in a second. Oh no, we need 1 more. Oh, most don't want to put it down. Let's put it here. Now, this island is now producing hops, right? And it's gonna put it into the warehouse. It already has 1. Yeah, exactly, right? So I need 3 of these for 2 breweries. We'll go with that. I think that's a good solution. It should go up. So, to move hops from this island to the other, we need to create a trade route. So let's go into trade routes. These are 2 islands we have. This island produces hops. It also has like coal and oil, which we might need later. But for now, we'll create a route. A trade route. And we'll see. We need this island. We need the trips to load. Hops. Let's just say 50 hops. And then we need to go to this island and unload them. Right? And I think for the sake of speed, we won't put this on. You can usually say wait for goods, so it'll wait until it's full. Or if there's no room to unload, it'll wait until there's room to unload. But we'll just let it go at its own speed. It's very simple. And we'll put the ship we have on it. It has 3 slots. It should have enough room. Okay. Okay, Dipper, that's fine. I hope to see you later. Dasho has sent us a gift of 500 coins. See, now it's loading the hops. It's not that many yet. Only 3. Once it comes back next time, we'll have more. But this will allow us to get started with the production. Now we have the hops production going. We need to build the brewery. And you can see, 1 brewery is 1 minute. We are going to build 2, as we discussed. So we only need 1 melt house. And we need 2 grain farms. The melt house requires 4 steel beams. Brewery requires 8 steel beams because we need 2. So while the melt or the hops production is going, we can start on the steel production. And this is where planning again comes into play, because our citizens hate, what do you call it? Pollution. So where's our iron? It's up here. What we basically want to do is, put a road here. Our city shouldn't expand up on here until the end of that road. Because in here, this is going to be pollution city. And citizens get angry living there. Hey Alejandro, a snack. What kind of snacks do you prefer? If I may be so daring to ask. However, luckily we don't need connect the city. We just need these roads. And an iron production for steelworks is quite complex. We need iron, which is basically a really quick resource. 1 iron every 15 seconds. Then we need a charcoal kiln. And you can see the charcoal kiln gives minus 5 attractiveness. And what it requires is a forest. It burns down wood to make coal. So just like the what do you call them? The foresters before. Need some space. We will build some road up here. And try to put one on each side. So the charcoal, they need space like this. And like this. We need to not touch these because we're gonna build mines here later. So we'll connect this one. And we'll connect this one. Now we also need the mine. And luckily we have enough workers. The mine produces 1 every 15 seconds. And these produce 1 every 30. So far so good, right? We'll put the warehouse to connect all of it right here in the middle. So now they can all go here. Now, maybe I should take this time to show you another mechanic. Because there is travel time. As you can see, this little horse, it pulls along the dirt road. Since we entered the worker age, we can build these paved streets. They basically cost 1 brick to upgrade. Now, when I upgrade this, I want you to look at the horse. See how it goes speedy? It's like a sumi now. What you can use this for is just when you have these production chains where you move stuff from long distances, if you use paved road instead, you actually have much faster accessibility between the different buildings. Now, these two combine into steel. And we are working on a rate right now of 2 per 30 seconds. So we need 2 steel mills or 2 furnaces. However, they require a lot of workers. What we can do is just make 1 and sell off some of the steel we produce and use the rest for the steelworks. The steelworks has a high production requirement of 200 workers. So just to get 1 going, we need 1 furnace, that's 100 workers, and 1 steelworks, that's 300 workers total. So to even get this going, we need to upgrade our houses a lot. This is where we come back to where you guys talked about running out of population. It's a very real problem. However, we'll try to deal with it. We'll just keep building. We have a lot of wood. And this is the good thing about building around the central objects like the church and the market. These guys get really happy easily. There we go. Some of them turn into blueprints because we don't have enough wood, but that's okay. We'll get it soon. It can be a bit of a trap to just expand your forestry production because you feel like you're missing wood, but then at some point you don't need it. And I mean, you can monkey build. Yeah, hold on. Let me just do something to this stream. Let me move this. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mark. It's gonna stay up for even longer now, very central. I apologize. But at least you can see I'm smiling because I'm really happy. Here we go. Okay. We can upgrade these now because we have the resources. Now we need to wait for more wood or more timber because we don't need farmers actually. We need workers. Farmers are really good in like the countryside, you know, for crops and everything, fishing. But we need workers because we need people with more qualifications to work in the steel factory. We can't just get started, actually, and just, like, slowly build up. Because the first building we need is the furnace. And we have enough for that. We need 4 planks of wood, of course. Let's wait for that to come in. In the meantime, I can ask you guys, since you're here with me, I assume you're not out for Halloween. So what are you doing for Halloween? Did you stock up on candy for the kids? Yeah, where I live, Halloween is not like a really big deal. It is getting bigger now. I think we are importing the tradition from the United States. But it's not like it's a big deal, like you see in the movies and stuff. Here we go. We have the
Look sharp, the governor's
furnace
here.
now. And you can see the furnace requires iron and coal. And then it produces steel. Which is great. So we just get the steel production going slowly. And that means when we are ready to build the steelworks, we just need 1 of each. And we will get going with it. I think slowly it'll require more steel. But for now it's fine. Later we also need to build weapons, and they have the same production chain. But you can see they also require steel. So maybe we just build 1 steelworks and 1 weapons production. We need weapons when we are gonna build a army to take on Dasho. While we're waiting for wood to come in, how much do we need? Oh, actually we can build it now. No wait, we need the wood for something else. We need the wood to upgrade our buildings because we need more workers. So we can upgrade a little bit. Let's see here. And while we're waiting for more wood to come
It's all
in,
prepared.
we can take a look at the newspaper. Alright, so here you can see we have our first negative news. Because it was really a happy city, so we get no revolts. We have a positive balance in our books all the time, almost. But we had a fire. That makes them unhappy. So we can edit our newspaper and we can use our influence. We can use hypnosis to basically give us more happiness, or we can use propaganda for consumerism to get more money. And I think we get happiness here, so we'll use this.
Surely these are alternative facts that I'm not privy to.
He's not privy to our fake news, but he's not the boss. We are. So we are basically overwriting his story about the fire and just destroying it to put in buying things makes us happy. So buy now and avoid disappointing your wife later. Who knows, you may have an accident tomorrow, so spend as if it is your last day on Earth. This is literally how the news works in real life. So we put this in there and no one reads about the fire. Instead they spend more money. Publish. Perfect. I love being in charge. Our money has gone up, our happiness has gone up, and no one is the wiser about the fire. So, let's see. What do we need to do? Yes, we need to check on the hops. As you can see, while we've been doing other things, hops has slowly been arriving at Raspberry. This is from the trade route. Alright, well, I'll keep it there for now. We can make it a bit smaller, put it somewhere else. Let's see. We have hops in the station, and I think that's great because hops means beer. Well, it's half of the equation at least, right? I love Halloween, but I plan my costume more than plan what I'm going to do. That is absolutely fair. I think, personally, that was me, like the fun thing to do as well for me. I really love to do face painting. I'm pretty good at it too, I think. I don't do effects, like, you know, when you put fake blood stuff, not fake blood, like these fake wounds, and you build like an effect. That's really cool though. But what kind of costume are you planning? I usually go as like a cat, like a spooky cat. You know, neon paint. The Cheshire cat that's invisible. I like that kind of thing. That's cool. Let's see here. We need to check on our citizens' happiness. But first we need to upgrade them. We need more workers. This is basically our next goal. Just more workers. What we could do is actually just build the thing. Wait.
Stores are inundated.
Oh my god, the brick factory has full production. That means we can sell bricks or we can start upgrading roads. Let's do that. We have a lot of productions down here that could benefit from better roads. So we'll just do that. Spend some bricks. See, everything is going faster now. However, just like in real life, this is gonna present a problem later. Because it might be nice that everything is going faster. The big problem is that the warehouses will have more to do. There's our ship unloading 6 hubs. Oh, there we go. Back to the trade route. So it's nice, but it requires us to upgrade these sooner too. Let's upgrade down here. This also makes it so the fire brigade can move out faster. So I upgrade the roads in the name of Rystar. They would be happy to know that the fire brigades can move out really quickly. We can basically like upgrade a main street through the city. So when the fire brigade needs to move out, it'll use like these main streets. Go here and then down. That'll make them move much faster. And we won't upgrade the full city. We just need them to have like a highway. That one's not using the highway though. This is really slowly. I think he's slacking at work. What is that phone? What does it say? I can't read it. Ah, we should fire him. Let's see the market. On the market you can see what the basic needs are for everyone around it. So right now we can see that we are fulfilling most things. However, we need a bit more schnapps. And we need to look at the soap. So for the soap, we need the steel. And we also need the steel for the brewery. So we need to build the steel mill now. Let's upgrade the last few workers here. Right. We don't have quite enough. But that's okay. Where's our steel mill? I'm getting lost. It's up here. Oh, we are producing a lot of steel. Imagine slow fiber. Yes, I know, right? I was surprised in Germany when I was driving around down there. You actually, like, if you're in a queue, you automatically pull into the side and drive on the sides of the mega highway. So, if you do stop and the queue stops, the ambulances and fire trucks and stuff can go through quickly. I think that's really thoughtful. We don't do that here, and I don't wonder why. After I saw that, I was really impressed by the efficiency. Anyways, we have 200 workers now. Let's build this big boy. This will build these steel beams for us. Now, we are gonna end up with a bit more steel and also a bit more iron and stuff, but we can sell it off. I think one steel factory is enough to begin with. Now it does take some time for it to get going because it requires input. However, because we made this really smart little setup, the input is really close. So it's already starting now because, you know, we produced steel while we were idling. We have 10 steel ready to go. We are so smart here. Now, we need some of these. Let's check. For the soap, we basically need one of these and 2 of these. So 2 rendering works is, well, the same as 1 soap factory can handle, right? 1 soap factory produces 1 per 30, so it's just the 1 to 2 thing. However, as you notice, these also give really low attractiveness, which means we are gonna keep them far away from the city. Even the pig farm gives low attractiveness. I think, did we build pig farms near the city? We did. This is actually a mistake. I'm not gonna do it now, but this should have been built far away. I didn't know that gave minus attractiveness. That's fine, that's fine. We'll build it up here for now. We can get started on that production. Pigs that are like dying slowly in the steelworks production. I feel like there's something unethical going on here, but no, that's fine. It's the 1800. We didn't know better back then, did we? So how is it? We put that here, I think. Then we put these like this and this. And we turn it around and put them here. Yeah, this is it. Peak perfection. Now, one of these is 1 per minute, so we need 2 pig farms. Let's build the other one here. This is not gonna be as perfect. Let's just that's fine. Let's do this. Put this here. It's not gonna look as good. One there, there, there. Oh, this is okay. Now we produce double pigs. Need face painting is extra. I want it to be a Sea of Thieves character or a Reaper. Oh, your best costume is a Bioshock Splicer. That sounds really good. Those are really creepy characters too. Do you usually enjoy like game characters mostly? Because I think like Splicer and Reapers are really good for Halloween in general. Bioshock, the original, was one of my favorite games. My costume is a nerd. I'm just in my normal clothes. Yeah, my costume is a dragon waifu. Not that scary. I wish it was more scary, but you know, my sister got all the scariness. She has as I said in the stream, you know, the snout and the horns grow out on the sides and the fire breath. I'm just stuck with whatever I have here. Let's see. We can actually build the rendering works now, but we need a few more workers, so let's just upgrade real quick. And then we'll get back to business as usual. Like this. And now we need wood. Your normal clothes. What kind of clothes do you dress in? Like for a nerd. I want to know how a nerd dresses. Because I think nerds are pretty cute, so I'm sure it's really nice. Let's see, we just need 2 rendering works. Then we need 1 soap factory. And we need, well, we can start with 1 of each just to get the production going, because they both require 4 steel beams. Let's just build the rendering works first. We'll build it here close to the warehouse. And then we need to wait a little bit. But that's fine. While we wait, this is gonna start producing stuff for us. Let's go and check our other island. As you can see, we make 128 here. This island we made 161. And we can upgrade with more houses. Just so we don't waste this wood. We'll just do this. Again, we're not gonna give these people the best time of their lives. And I guess that's a bit rude, but they are the immigrants. Or like the, what do you call that? Not the immigrants, but like the people that head out to the new world. I'm sure that when they colonized America back then, they had a pretty rough life. They're starting up a nice new life in the new world here. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They have plenty of open air. We can build some trembling aspens to make them happy. Here we go. We could use some of these planks, to be honest, in our main island. We could sail a few of them home at some point. Pilgrims, yes, exactly, thank you. So these pilgrims are out here settling the new world, just on a quest for beer. These will supply the main island. It's fine. Oh, there's a fire. Oh, no. That's fine, the firefighters in action. Look at it. Look at how they just rush down the main street. Rystar 2 has saved the day with this upgrade to firefighters. Genocidal maniacs. You could call them that too. I think it's quite interesting with history like that. A lot of people celebrate some of the things that were done, and some of the things that were done during the colonization is just really bad, right? And it's being celebrated. I think if you look at it, like the victor writes history, right? The person that wins the war writes the history books of that war. And it's true for everything. Really makes you question like the legitimacy of like teaching materials in school and just like general literature you read on history. Like you have to be really critical about who wrote it, who published it, who peer reviewed it at the university or wherever it's been peer reviewed. Let's see here. We can upgrade our main city a little bit more. Because these guys need beer. They also need a school. Every school gives every house 2 more workers. Where one school does that. And that's just like building your place. It requires 20 steel beams though. And we don't really have that right now because we need to build a soap factory. Oh, this was 3 spaces. Yeah, this is fine. However, do you see what we don't have up here? If I can get one person in chat to tell me what's wrong with this area, I'll give them a kiss. I'll wait. And while I wait, I'll go here. But I'll just let you have one last look. What do we need in this area? I feel like a failure. I'll wait for that. We are gonna get soap now. And the soap will go to the market soon. We need communism, an tight-knit area, a warehouse. Well, we need something completely different. Something, you know, what can happen in these huge, like steelworks, huge production facilities. No, distance is not an issue. This is actually a really good area in general, but there's one thing missing. And I've been saying it in the other areas. I've been complaining about it. I've been saying I always miss it. And something blows up. We need a fire station. The nearest fire station is frickin' down here. If something burns up here, everything disappears. We won't want that to happen. So, let's just put a fire station like here. And then we upgrade the roads real quick so they can move out quick. Like so. Now this area is secured. We also do have police stations now, so whoever said well, we also need police at some point because we will get riots. So we could just build that. It doesn't cost any of the resources we are really waiting for. So a police station. And again, because we kind of built around the same area, this police station covers the entire city. And we want to build in this direction, right? So we should put the police station up here. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Yeah. Alright. We are unlocking things slowly. We haven't really focused on sailing production. You can build ships and go on expeditions, which is really cool. However, I think, let's see here, to build sails, I mean, it's a pretty cheap construction chain, and we just sell them. However, to use the sails, we need a shipyard. You know what, we can do that. I don't really know what we need ships for right now, though. We only produce these hubs that we need to sell. We could go shoot a Dasho. Did we do that? Oh my god, he has like little propaganda posters. Property is theft. Speak only truth. He does have a shipyard though.
So good to see you, Uncle.
It made it so pretty. What is this? A statue? I mean, this is an okay city, but does it have a cannon? Oh, it does have a cannon here. You know what? It's fine. We'll leave it be. We don't need ships right now. We're focusing on our own little settlement. And let's check the market because we should be getting soap now. We are. I'm pretty sure we did. I hurried away and just looked the other way. Our country is freedom. You know, people are free to do what they want as long as they do what I tell them. I think maybe this is communism. I think we're probably a dictatorship. You know, the dragon rules the country and all that. No gods or king, only their dragon goddess. Well, I guess that is a goddess. It could just be the goddess queen, dragon queen. There are no queens here except for me. You know, a good dictatorship is actually quite effective. Freedom. Change the newspaper. Listen, I call it control freedom. Freedom under responsibility of me. Right? You can do whatever you want as long as I allow it. But I do have the best in mind for my people. I make sure they have a church and a market. I make sure that they can wear clothes and get beer. I am a generous ruler. Blissful ignorance. Yes. You know, I think that's a good way of looking at it. They're happy. Look
You've got
at this guy.
interests at heart.
He's missing clothes. Okay, you know what? Let's not look at that guy anyways. Let's ignore their needs for now. And let's look here. You can see they actually have a demand for clothes. I'm gonna give them that. You know? I am generous. So we need to find their clothing production. Down here. Apparently we've expanded so much that some people are running around naked. That's fine. We move up here. Go into the clothing line. Build a sheep farm. Yeah, like this. Build up here. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a little... Isn't that beautiful? In less than 30 seconds, I have fulfilled their very wish. I really think a benevolent dictator is the best way of controlling a smaller population like this. Crystal, you are absolutely correct. Neither empress or goddess is a king. Besides, I'm a dragon. If they don't do what I tell them, I'm gonna burn them to crisp. So, I hope they understand that. Let's see what their needs are now. They need clothes, we fixed that. We should build that school. We really should. So, a school costs 20 steel beams. We are missing steel beams. However, we're also missing farmers suddenly. I wonder. Overlord. Yeah. Did you ever play that old game called Overlord? It was actually, I mean, it wasn't the best game in the world, but I feel it was a bit underrated. Let's just build more farmers real quick so we have people to A semantic argument. Darling, I am all about semantics, so I'll take that. Semantics are very important. They are the difference between a truth and a modified lie. Let's build here. And I only tell truths, right? I would never modify lies to become truths. What can we build in here? We can build like a little thing. Just like Dasho. Just make it nice. Fountain square. These little chess tables. Little park. How delightful. And now we have enough farmers to help us sustain the jobs.
You reward our hard
They
graft.
still need. You reward our hard craft. Yeah, I do. But we need more schnapps. See how their happiness is going down? I can't have that. I want my realm to be the happiest on earth. So, we are back to the schnapps production. Which we have up here. Potatoes. Just go ahead and build it here, that's fine. And build here. This little factory. There we go. It's 1-to-1 or 30-to-30. That's fine. We now give them schnapps. I sometimes feel like we are too generous, but it's okay. We can actually go to the next population level now, which will kind of relieve us a little bit of some of the needs. So, you can see here, they need worker clothes, they need schnapps, but we can upgrade them, I think. Oh, we can't, we need the school first. Right. To get the school, we need 20 metal bars. We're almost there. Let's just hang in there for a little bit. And it's good we have a surplus of workers, because once we start upgrading the workers, we lose them, right? And they become artisans. Appreciate that. Just like in real life, happiness equals alcohol. Yeah, you know, they earn the right to work. And then, because they work, they earn the right to drink. To forget that work is not so fun, maybe. I think back in these days, it wasn't... No. I think we have it really well today, compared to like the 18th century. I think the biggest thing that we don't think about was like really bad worker situation in general, with like long work hours and bad expectations. But what about the smell? Did you ever consider what it smells like on the streets of an 18th century city, town, port town like this?
You're tying the knot.
I haven't seen a sewer system yet. So I'm a little bit afraid of what they do with all the sewage. But we don't have to think about that, right? We just build and we make them drink. I think the drink makes the smell go away. Whose was the closest to clean water they had? Yes, you're absolutely right. It was like water purification was basically through distillery. Not really the beer, like the schnapps, but they also thinned it a lot. I think when we go drink today, we expect to get like a premium product, but I think at this point in time, you would get really watered down beer, so you would be able to drink a lot more and actually use it as I'd rather think about anything else than the smell of this place. Definitely. I have a feeling that that's one of the things you don't really see on Renaissance markets. Like 400 years before this game takes place in like the medieval ages, Renaissance, like the Renaissance, the smell of just emptying anything they had in the streets. They don't replicate that at Renaissance fairs, do they? Let's see. Yeah. Like both the Egyptians and the Romans were so far ahead of the time. You can't even compare. It's really ridiculous. But I also don't think they wanted to share the secrets. The Romans didn't just have, sewer systems. They had clean water. Well, I say clean in quotes, compared to a lot of other countries or civilizations, because they actually transferred water from far distances. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, dumping sewage into the roads is like a practice we've had up until 100 years ago. Really. It's really disgusting, but I don't know, it's just how it worked. I think, and you can't quote me on this because I'm not fully sure, but like the science of cleanliness was done recently. There was a doctor who observed that, patients, not patients, but like ladies who were pregnant with their babies, they would get a certain disease, and they could observe that on the stomach area. And the other doctors just said that, when you get pregnant, there's a bigger chance of getting this disease. And I'm paraphrasing. However, one doctor experimented with something, and that was wearing gloves. Right? So this doctor actually found out that it was not because of the disease that these ladies got sick and died during pregnancy. It was because the doctors weren't wearing gloves, or like the wet nurses weren't wearing gloves during the examinations. So, because they weren't, and they weren't washing their hands, they would just, transfer this disease to the pregnant ladies. And it wasn't, no one believed him until he did like a scientific study and showed like washing your hands leads to fewer cases of death within the medical field. And not just there, in general. So this practice we have of washing hands, which has been really enforced during the pandemic, is it's actually not something that's old. It's not an old practice to wash hands. It was this one guy who went against the medical industry, like he went against the medical world to prove, and you need to wash hands to perform like surgery, examinations, everything. And it's actually super interesting. Let's see here. See? They hate freaking you're not gonna hate me if I edit the newspaper, right? Bragging and all. However, see, safety inspections in Gurdon show the town industry is unlikely to experience too many blowouts because we built the fire station. We also get minus because we built the factories, and then we have the new country, or like the new island that gives us minus riots because we're happy. However, I think these two go nicely together. Although, you know what?
This change is absolutely
Don't look.
marvelous. Yes.
We are gonna overwrite the article with another spent article, and our editor is brimming with happiness that we are editing his newspaper. Let's publish that. Let's see. Romans is where we got lead poisoning from, because they used lead pipes. Big. Oh really? The same thing happened with cholera outbreaks. Yeah. It's interesting. I didn't know they used lead pipes. When did they do that? Is that like in the it can't be in the ancient days. Ancient like architecture was built with bricks, I assume. Like the aqueducts and stuff. When did they make lead pipes? Let's see, we just need to operate here with the school. We get the final little push. And while we've been talking, we actually got enough resources. So let's put the school up here, where it can reach a lot of people. This is really good. Look at our numbers now. They just increase because of the school. 2 extra per house. And it should fill up one of the houses completely. We can upgrade to artisans.
That bloomin' turnip was the size of her head.
Oh, the Roman baths. They used metal pipes along with other later palaces. That's really interesting. I actually didn't know that. The Romans had such advanced like metallurgy knowledge. Well, Sachi, I finished having a snack and now I will take a shower. I'll see you in the stream. Alright, Alejandro. I hope you had a really nice snack and I hope you have an even better shower. Enjoy and see you soon again. I hope. Alright, so darlings, we are ready for the next upgrade, which is artisans. So I'll upgrade and then stuff will happen. Let's see.
You reached a new milestone.
We have reached the age of fine craftsmanship. Now, what does that mean? Have a happy Halloween, Alejandro. And thank you so much for stopping by.
All I ever desired was a place to live and work.
All I ever desired was a place to live and work. You are so very welcome.
Expedition, Admiral.
Okay, so this might look like Dasho. However, it is not Dasho. This is the general captain. And he gives us expeditions. And I think we should do one. However, let me just check the hubs.
We dunk you full of fish.
We have so many hubs now. Let's take the ship
For the Admiral.
and dump these hubs because we don't have space for them. And then we take the expedition. We're gonna use this ship for it. So let's open the expeditions.
I'll steer ye from here to the precipice.
New World
the edge of the
Expedition.
world.
So this is to find the New World, right? The New World may have been discovered long ago. There are rumors of an uninhabited and bounteous archipelago, new wondrous island. So the captain recommends that we have rations. We have force, that's like manpower. We have diplomacy and we have hunting skills. And the reward is that we get a new region. I don't think we'll have time to explore this new region that much, but we can do the expedition for sure and just have a look. So we assign a ship and the available ship we have is it not? Hold on, we might need to
Aye.
Hello Fuva and welcome to the stream, darling. We need to take this ship off of the trade route. There we go. Now that trade route is kind of dead. Well, it's still there, but now we can use the ship for other things. So we can set it on an expedition.
This is the eye of the devil's
So we assign the
storm
ship.
to come.
And he's a real captain. You're not a darling. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome anyways. It's nice to see you. The Campion. It has a guy aboard. He has extra diplomacy, so that's good for the diplomacy checks. Now we can put fish on the ship. That's gonna give it rations or rations, and also give it extra morale. And what else can we give it? I wanted to give it cannons, but we had to throw those overboard earlier, if you remember. We can maybe give them soap. No, we need that for the island. We can't really give them much. I think it's okay. We'll start the expedition with just some fish. My humanities teacher believed that lead water pipes contributed to Rome's downfall. I heard coffee was a big contributor to the industrial age. Make workers more content with repetitive tasks. You know what? I believe you on the coffee thing. Sounds just like modern times. See, now our ship is going on the expedition. It'll have to like leave the map and it'll report back later. I think coffee culture today is actually, I don't know if it's unhealthy, but it's just a bit too much, I feel. I think there's a few things to it. I enjoy coffee. I'm actually drinking coffee right now, so cheers. However, I live in a city, a big city, the capital of my country. Dasho is here too. Dasho is over here. Look how nice this city is compared to ours. Oh, Dasho offers, he wants trade rights. Okay, we can trade.
It's wise to be ready to move.
So Dasho has a really nice harbor. Anyways, coffee in our country, or in my city at least. First of all, the culture at my work. I work in an office environment. Well, I work from home, but we have like coffee as a cultural element at my job. So you have a lot of people that come in and, you know, they can't work without having their coffee. And I know it's not true, right? It's like an associated addiction that you put on yourself. And I'm guilty of it myself. I'm no saint in this. I also feel like I don't work without my coffee in the morning. But I mean, of course you do. And then you need like a coffee here and a coffee there. It's like a weird culture, right? And that's okay. The other part is that coffee is so expensive. Coffee is, how much does it cost to produce a cup of coffee? Like, even if you have fair trade beans where you pay the original farmers enough, and, like, it can't cost more than 50 cents to produce a cup of coffee, max. Not even that. But in the area I live, it's like a posh area. We have a coffee cafe down here, and they charge about, I think, €8 for a cup of coffee. And you don't know where that money goes. I have a feeling like when you see the people that sit outside that cafe, it's like they want to be seen sitting outside the expensive coffee cafe with the expensive coffee. It's like there's some kind of image regarding where you sit and what kind of coffee you drink. And I think it's, you know, it's okay. The captain says one of our expeditions is underway. Great. You know, it's fine. They choose to use their money as they want. But all these like coffee bakeries that have popped up here is just getting out of hand, I feel. I was really surprised when I went down and I ordered like a bun with butter and a coffee, and it was like €10. I was just like, okay, you know, I'll take it and go home and drink it, but Jesus Christ, I'm not coming back. That's for sure. And I like good coffee. I make really good coffee myself. I use something called an AeroPress, and it just creates, you know, really nice coffee. It's $4 coffee is bad. I guess that's like a medium price. And hold on, I'm sorry. Here we go. I think €4. I would pay that. I lived in Spain for a while and it was like €2, and I think that's fine. But I think here in Denmark, where I live now, it's a bit ridiculous. But there's also, you know, some kind of cozy culture associated with it, right? You go out, you get your little coffee with your friends, and it's nice to sit around and drink it together. And I think that's okay. I think coffee can be a luxury item. It can also be a standard item. But the other part is then like the association with coffee addiction. Maybe it's true. I don't know. I'm no scientist. I don't know if you can be addicted to coffee. I know that it feels nice to get a cup of coffee in the morning. But do I need it to function? Like, isn't it a bit pretentious that you hire someone and they can't work before they get coffee? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe it's my bad. I just think it's a bit much. Even if I'm a victim of it myself. Let's see here. Can we upgrade anything? I just upgraded a lot of farmhouses. Okay, so to upgrade these, we need 2 bricks, 2 steel bars. Ouch. But we need steel bars for the beer. We never got to produce the beer. Yeah, you can be addicted to caffeine. I guess so, yeah. But coffee is... I think... So I may speak out of my ass now. But I have a feeling like coffee addiction is self-inflicted. Or like an image thing.
This Sunday.
It's like kind of cool to say that I really need my coffee before I can function. I don't know if that's rude. Maybe it's just me that's an idiot, but I feel like that's a bit how it feels like when I go to work and stuff. Let's see, we can get our beer production going finally. So we need the malt house, we need the grain farms, and I think we should produce it over here. We have the warehouse. So let's see what we have. We have a lot of this hops already. We don't need a production for that. So the brewery is a 1 minute timer. The malt house is 30 seconds. We need 2 of those. And we need... No, wait, we need 1 of these. 2 grain farms and 2 breweries. Right, so we built these 2 first. Like this. Just build them up quickly. Like so. Let's see, when these need 144 fields. That's the first one, and the second one. Oh, we need more farmers. We upgraded a lot of farmhouses to workers, which was a mistake. Because now we don't have enough farmers for the fields. This just really shows like farmers are super important. Everyone has a place in my society. That should be enough for now. Oh, we need wood. I ordered drip coffee with steamed milk, cafe au lait. Same price is slightly more than drip coffee, but tastes fancy to me. Yeah, I think is drip coffee the is that the one where you have like a filter and you put coffee grain in, you put it into like a box and you put milk or water in, that heats up and then slowly drips through. I think that's what drip coffee is, right? That's like a classic coffee here. It's like an old school coffee. Drip coffee tastes fancy to me. I am. Let me see here. Let me just build this, and then I'll talk about the vanilla white chocolate. I love that. It's so good. Okay, let me build this. We need 2 of these, I think, right? No, 1 of these. Actually, hold on, let me move it. Let me relocate this over here, so it's much closer to the warehouse. And then we need 1 brewery. No, 2 breweries. I'm sorry, 1 here, 1 here. Oh, and we need more wood. Addictions are weird. You can be chemically, physically, or mentally addicted to something. The first 2 are cause for concern. Mental is just, no, you don't get it. I need it. Yeah, I think maybe the one I'm talking about is the last one you mentioned, Penguin. The mentally. I would call it like a cultural addiction as well. It's like it's cool to be addicted to something, right? Sometimes, like, it's not so cool anymore, but like 20 years ago, it was cool to smoke, right? It was cool to be addicted to it. It was like, I need my cigarette, I can't function, right? And I feel like that cultural addiction, it's a bit the same with coffee. Obviously not as dangerous as smoking. It doesn't have the same side effects, but it's kind of the same cultural appropriation, right? It's kind of cool to be addicted to coffee. That's at least the vibe I'm getting from at least my area. Let's see here. Yeah, we're missing goods for these because this is producing the malt. And as soon as we get the malt there, we can start producing beer. I think our hops production is going to run out at some point, so we need another ship. But we have enough for now. We have enough to set up a new ship. So let's do that. Let's go here to the shipyard. We need planks for that. That's fine. I know by chance that to produce ships, we also need sails. So we can build a sail production. We don't need a lot, we just need 1 cycle. 1 production cycle here. So sails is a 30-second production, cheap, 30-second production. We need more farmers. Hold on. We'll get more sheep. Let's upgrade here. Yeah, this should be good. I try to cover my bases because when you do talk about mental stuff, it gets complicated. You can be culturally, I think you need addicted, but you won't have withdrawal. Yeah, you're right. And it's also difficult to talk about because if you're addicted, you know what, you can't. I may be talking a little bit down about it here, but of course you can be really addicted. So that's also, yes, exactly. But coffee is not like that. You don't get like withdrawal symptoms from coffee. You just feel a bit tired because you extend your sleep, or like you get much less sleep. We take the to meowing. Hold on, let me downgrade one of these. We get more farmers immediately. That's a little bit of a waste. Addicted to meowing. I'm addicted to I don't know, something. I'm addicted to saying darling to all my darlings. I get withdrawal symptoms if I don't do it like 10 times a day. Alright, so the beer production is going. Now we wanted to get the... Wait, did Dasho disconnect? We didn't write him in Discord. I hope he's okay. Right, I'm back here. Now, we wanted to get the sail production going, so we can start building ships. Because we need a ship to transport the hops, so we can get the beer. I hope that you're all starting to see, if you haven't played the game before, like, all the little complex logistic patterns that start to show up. So, you can get headaches from the lack of caffeine, but that's about it. I guess so. I mean, I guess you can get some kind of withdrawal symptom, but I think a mild headache can be dealt with. And then we need the sail factory here. Now we are producing sails. Now let's see what we needed for the harbor. We need 20 wood. We need to wait a bit. That's fine. It was better to get the sails produced quickly, because then we can start producing them. And then we are ready. Oh my god, an expedition requires your attention. Untold perils await us. The broken mast. Sailor under the mast. Weeks of harsh weather have taken their toll on the ship. The violent gusts of wind this morning have toppled the mizzenmast. Is that the middle mast? My ship lingo is not on top. Or on point, I mean. For a moment, ropes tying it to the other masts hold it in place. There's only so much weight they can take. We break with a snap, letting the mizzenmast plummet on the deck. A sailor now wails, his leg caught under a pole, twice his size. Crush his leg with a bone saw, or cut it with a bone saw? Lift the mast with a makeshift lever. With your current equipment, your expedition is in no way prepared. That's because we don't have any... Like, usually you can get expedition leaders and equipment to boost your stats, but we don't have that, so... Like, he's gonna lose his leg either way, I feel. We're gonna try and lift the mast. That way he at least has a chance of keeping his leg. The vague idea of a lever never becomes real. The sailors try to lift the mizzenmast by rolling locks underneath, but the huge wooden pole is far too heavy for its rolling movement to be controlled. The mast lurches forward and rolls from the sailor's leg to his chest, pushing his insides out. The view stays with the sailors for days before they can finally reach a decent harbor, get rid of the broken mast, and clean up the grisly mess underneath. You know what? I thought it couldn't get worse, but I think we took the wrong option. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Okay. Alright, so the captain wants us to choose. Do we return home? the expedition is like terrible, we're not gonna cut our losses. I fully believe that we have, you know, yes, we have a good chance of continuing this thing, because we did put rations on this boat, but we don't lose a lot of morale, so we feed them and continue. That's fine. Poor guy though. Imagine the masts slowly rolling over him and just pushing his insides out. It's like I didn't know this was a horror game. Ah, we need more farmers. Aren't they moving in?
Don't mind a bit, foraging.
Oh, they need fish. That should be manageable. That's easy to fix. We just built the fish thing. A fishery. And upgrade it. We can't downgrade a few worker houses because we do have
No less than we deserve.
a lot of workers. Like this. So they need fish and they need clothes. And clothes is easy too. So we can quickly upgrade that. We just need a sheep farm.
What brings you here, Matt?
With starting to not look so pretty, but it's okay. And then this. And this is where it's nice that we built this road here, so we know never to interfere with these two. Let's build an upgraded road here. Of course it's a horror game, isn't that why you're playing it on a spooky day? I mean, if you really look into this game, like, I know it's beautiful and it's about building little sheep farms and stuff, but the underlying history of what happened in this era is actually quite horror. Like, that's literally horror. That's human horror. No monsters, no ghosts, just human horror. But let's ignore that and have fun, because this is a lovely game. Let's see, this is missing goods, that's fine. It's getting it here. Our breweries are going well. We get soap.
Broke out.
We get a fire. Wow. Oh, this is... We never built a fire station over here. No. Fire station. Oh my god. Where island? Oh, let's see. Madame Kachina offers us an escort quest. We could take that quest. However, our ship is on an expedition and we haven't built a new one. So if we don't complete it, she's gonna get angry. We have to decline it.
The reality of it hits you?
He's disappointed. That's fine, darling. I am also disappointed in you. Why can't you escort your own ships? Alright. We are still missing farmers. Why are we missing farmers so badly? Well, I guess we just expand. We can expand in this direction, I think. When we do this. Yeah, that's good. So, like this. And we have 6 and 6, so we can actually build a few bushes here. And because we have these nice bushes now, we can the elm trees next to the school. King Cat volunteers to be a farmer. You know what? I think you would be a terrible farmer. All you need is like eat mice and laze around. I'm sorry, darling, but I need farmers that can work really hard in the field. Farmers that are proud of a hard day's work. I mean, we need cats for other things, right? Don't be alarmed. We do need you. You have your purpose in our community. We need you to purr. We need you to be nice and, you know, lie in our laps. Oh, what's going on up here?
We can't
Full
shut
output
the
storage.
store.
Oh, we're actually using too many bricks. Let us start selling bricks. So, as we talked about earlier, if you have a warehouse that has too much stuff in it, you can start selling it off. so. We can also upgrade it. It costs lots of bricks. But it also costs wood. And we need wood right now. I feel like our wood production is a little bit slow. But maybe it's because we're constantly lacking farmers. It's actually kind of weird.
Admiral!
And,
Admiral!
oh no. No more crushed bones, please. That's it. Oh my fucking god. The 7-year itch. I am so... I'm gonna cry. The crew are beset by insatiable and painful itching.
Fire has been vanquished.
Nice. From lieutenants down to pigeon keepers, they twist and turn in their box and cannot sleep. It is affecting their capacity to carry out the most basic duties. Something must be done. Analyze the symptoms. We have no way to prepare for this. Find somewhere to stop and get rid of it. We have a plus 15% chance. Because we have like the navigator on board. And we can also just do nothing. Now let's try and find a place to stop it. Bringing contagion to port might be a bad idea. Alright. The itching is at its worst by the time the expedition reaches the bustling alien seaport. Something the local authorities don't fail to notice. The harbor master's tuck is caught you in quarantine. Do you escape? How do you escape? So, quarantine, huh? This is getting too real. So we have this guy on board. He's good with diplomacy, so we can lie and say that the sickness isn't contagious. We can also threaten them into letting you go. And we can also just wait in quarantine. Your crew won't be happy, but if you feel unprepared, you can avoid the situation. However, we have a lot of naval power on this little ship. So we actually have a 20% chance increase here. The expedition is somewhat prepared. Let's do this. Let's just threaten them. What could go wrong? They don't want any trouble. Nice, we did it. A doctor comes aboard the ship and goes nervously about his business. Although the atmosphere is somewhat cagey, medicines for your crew's skin condition are provided, and the expedition can continue on its way. See? Violence is a key to any problem. Okay.
Not the worst.
Your captain awaits your command. We'll just continue. We still have the fish to feed the crew. They got scared of the pirate cat. Yeah, you gave us medicine. We sent in the cat. I'm a little bit annoyed that we have so much bricks. Surplus. I wonder what we can build that requires bricks. What do they need? We can upgrade the roads, but it's not really going to do that much for us. What about the weapon production? We can actually build that and sell weapons. Oh, maybe we should build that because we also need weapons for the ships. But before we do that, let's build the shipyard. That's where we came from. The shipyard costs 25 bricks. Let's put it here and connect them. Now let's see what we can build. We can build this schooner. This is so disappointing. No, to get the bigger ships, we need cannons. So, to get the frigate to go and shoot at Dasho, we need to build a cannon factory. Cannon factory, or a weapons factory, I guess, requires steel. Remember earlier in the game, we only built one iron steel works,
inspection.
so we should have quite a surplus of steel. If we look here, we have 46. I'm not sure this is able to maintain the production forever, but at least for some time. So we need 50 workers. Let's build a cannon factory. No, this is really great because it's right next to the warehouse. It requires steel, which it'll get in a second from the warehouse, and then we'll produce cannons. Once we have enough cannons, we can build some big ships. We can go shoot at Dasho ships. It's gonna love that. Let's see here. Oh, he has a fleet. A super duper ship. He has a gunboat. A gunboat. And a frigate. You know what? I hope Dasho isn't watching this stream. He didn't hear about the shooty stuff. We can upgrade this. See? Now it gets an extra ramp. So we don't have as many queue. It still has a queue. But at least it's one less in line. This is about the sale. This is because we also have the sale production now. They also need to unload in this warehouse. So again, like we could put a warehouse on the other end. I think in the other, like in the final, in the end it's cheaper. However, many weapons we need 7 for the gunboats and 15 for the frigate. 40 wood for the frigate. So I wonder, should we build an extra wood? Because I feel like we're constantly needing timber. So we could put it somewhere, you know, where we don't have housing. We could put it up here. You know what? Just for now, let's just put it here. So we make the actually let's put like a nice road. Then we put the lumberjack hut here, 100%. Then the sawmill here, so it doesn't affect the lumberjack, and the market. No, wait, the small warehouse. Oh, do we have likes already? That warms my heart. But really, like, it's fine and everything, but what makes me most happy is that I get to meet you guys here in the chat a bit more. Because, you know, the difference between what I do and what most streamers do is like, they chat a lot with the community, and I don't get that many chances to meet you, right? Because I mostly make videos. But I think I want to try and stream a bit more. And it might not give views or clicks on videos or anything, but I don't really care. I just think it's fun, and I think it's a really nice time to meet some of you, so that's why I wanted to do that, to interact a bit more with you guys. Oh, an expedition requires your attention. No, you.
Too cultured for us scrubbers.
The Coral Island. Yar. The storm came from nowhere, wrecking your ship on coral-strewn shoals. For a time, your crew feel like children again, dancing along on the sand and bathing in the sun, as they await the verdict on the damaged hull. When it comes, the news is not good. Extensive repairs needed, and with supplies so short, there's considerable disagreement. Why concentrate on repairs, given how long that may take, and both food and water are so urgently needed? Do we explain why it's important? We have this guy to help explain it. Do we agree to hunt for food and water? We have so much food aboard. This is ridiculous. Risk mutiny and demand the repairs. You know what? We can explain it. We are gonna use logic and intelligence. Sadly, the absence of belief comes through in those words. No one seems to think repairing the ship on the remaining rations is possible. We're all going to die here, they say, unless someone stronger takes charge. We better offer a more democratic process. Dasho has declared war in the middle of our expedition. Humanity desert us as Mephistophelan adversary rises from the depths to confront us. We can only trust in our bravest to fight back its nemesis and drive ruination from our shores. Listen here, Dasho. Hold on.
Is under attack.
Let us just organize this real quick. It does ease the frustration a little. Okay, this is okay. Everything is fine. Bureaucracy is frustrating. Blah blah blah. Expedition, go. Let's go. We are under. Oh my god. Wait, he underestimates our cannon. How can we repair this? Oh no, 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 no. I need to shoot that thing. We can't build with a fire. We were a little too late with the ships, apparently. We only have one cannon. Wait, can we build? Where is it? It's here? We need 5 cannons to build this. How many do we have? We have 3. We're just a little too late with this. Ah, what a shame. Island morale is heavy, unhappy. Surrender chance is 0. We're not gonna surrender. Who do you think we are? Dragon Nation will not surrender. I mean, all they're gonna do is like attack our harbor. Oh, the pirate likes us because we're sinking ships, of course. This is not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. Our islands? Oh my god, come on, you can do it. We just need 2 more cannons. And we can build this little gun. Oh my god, we were so close. Get it. And the final one. I have a feeling like it was not the small one that sunk our island, it was the big one. Just goes to show how much the power difference is between the small boats and the big boats. We saved. Obnoxious. Saving just before we get destroyed. Well, I guess Dasho, we did want a way to find out who won the game, right? 1 cannon only. I guess we won't get enough. Can we renovate it? Island is under siege. We can't even build.
Is under attack.
I think we're gonna surrender soon, and that's it. Oh my god, this one is back.
Hold out much longer.
And our own boat is freaking on an expedition to conquer, like, the Americas. Oh well, I hope they will live in peace and harmony on the other side of the ocean. I think our island is gonna surrender. No, no. No. What do we? Dasho has defeated your
Fire
island.
left ruins behind.
What has happened? Does that mean? Oh my god, what does that mean? Temporary ceasefire? I wonder what it means too. Like, what does it mean when he defeated my harbor? So, I actually never really engaged with the war component of the game. You should hit pets later. If you come within like 2 meters of me, I will scratch you and burn you down. Nasachi never forgets. Bad Dasho. I just want my cannons. Well, I guess Dasho did say he had to leave around this time, so I guess he just wanted to demonstrate his naval superiority. I wonder though, like, our island is back? Maybe it didn't do anything. Dasho is getting the opposite of pets, yes. He's getting the scritches and the scratches. Where's your furry army? I wish I had a furry army. I just have some cats. And I don't know, you know, cats are afraid of water, right? I just feel like the combination of naval siege and, you know, me defending with a series like a handful of cats, it was never a good idea to begin with. I really wonder though.
Admiral!
No.
Admiral!
This guy is yelling at us. You know, I feel stressed now. Dasho is shooting me into the ground. This guy's yelling. You also have a burp. Oh my god, penguin. You are the last hope. You can help me in the water situation here. I want you to like go under his ships and drill holes into them.
Draw your pistols.
The trial? Oh no. Oh, the morale is so low. The crew face the bloody customs of foreign lands. After a night of feasting, the sailors believe that meeting the foreign prince and his sea-traveling port is the highlight of their trip. However, morning comes with the news of a sudden death among the court. As your crew find themselves immediately accused of murder. The prince demands a trial by combat, and your men are left with little freedom but the choice of the challenger's nature. Hey Kido, you arrive just at the most desperate moment of the stream. I have been defeated in naval combat, and now I'm facing trials in the new land. So do we send the strongest fighter? Like, we don't have any. We can also send our strongest duelist. Or we can send our brightest officer for trial of wits. The only one we have a bonus is in the officer, so I guess we'll send him. He's probably gonna get shot. Mute would have pleaded better. Revi, I need you to go and plead for me. You would have done it better, apparently. The officer engages in a battle of arguments with the prince's vizier, and each of his meager claims are met with factual evidence to the contrary. The prince cuts the exchange with exasperation and has the officer taken to be quartered till torn apart as a final judgment for the supposed crime. No scream ever matches the ones heard that day. Listen, why? The captain. So we have 27. Yeah, everybody would have won that argument. Alright, we continue because we have Russians. Also, my eyes look like I'm about to fall asleep. No, I'm wide awake. Look. I might be dripping a little bit. It is getting late, but it's fine. This is just one disaster after the other. Okay, let's at least put some good things in the news.
These
Oh my fucking god.
exist after all.
Enemy tramples through the city. -100. +100 revolt chance. War declared. +50. Oh no. Okay, let's edit this. Revolt. War? There was no war. What do you mean? You are happier than you think. War declared. I don't get it.
It's hard to get ships. We are lucky to have
Yeah,
friends. who
spend
help
more
us.
money. Listen, you have to spend because you're happy. Swing a pendulum before your eyes, repeating, I am. I am. You'll immediately feel a positive change. Publish.
Censorship is not always the cranny of the corrupt.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. Censorship is my key to victory under these dire circumstances. Oh, we became an influencer in the 1800s. Newspaper is now more effective. We get this because we spent so many resources.
Gained an influence bonus.
You can check this out. So, depending on where you use your influence, you get bonuses that are permanent, right? So we spent so much influence on the newspaper. And we just get like a permanent bonus for the newspaper now. Dasho proposes a ceasefire. Dasho, are you mocking me? Don't you know that every single resource now will go into warship production? War means war. I will actually do the opposite. I will go into the diplomacy. Dasho? I'm gonna request a ceasefire. No, I can't. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make like demands. So to get ceasefire, I would have him pay. I'm sure the residents never even noticed the cannonballs flying over their heads. No, they were too busy spending money on beer. and Schnapps. They don't have time for that. But however, I'm not gonna let Dasho bully me again. So, I'm not gonna be like rude and attack him. However, I will build a freaking cannon tower. We just need one more cannon. And that's fine. We don't attack others. We are peaceful. Dragon rolls her own horde. We don't take from others. We don't expect others to take from me. However, something happened with the expedition.
Session unlocked.
Right. So, this is... Remember when I said this game has like a million mechanics that unlock over time, like slowly. So we have just unlocked.
Play fair, we'll get along.
Yeah,
Play
this is a new
foul.
pirate.
I
We have
am
unlocked a new
Isabel
region.
Sarmiento, and I will see my country freed. Are you with
Yes, so there's like a pirate and a rebel here. We have now arrived in the new world. I think we're not gonna spend much time here,
Awaiting instructions.
but the new world basically is an entirely, well, new world. You can see we have a new map. There's like a pirate queen over here.
Go. I trust you.
And she gave us this ship just for arriving here, which is really nice of her. Let's find an island
Good and ready.
just for fun. I just want to show you something real quick. This is the pirate.
We are not ones to fold, no matter what.
He's very angry. We just need to avoid him, otherwise he shoots us. But you can actually pay money to the pirates. You can give them gifts. You can give them compliments.
Ship under
He's
attack.
already shooting. We just need to run. So you can actually ally with the pirates. If you give them enough money, they become friendly.
Flagship ready for orders.
Please just run. Why did we come in this side of the map?
These fabled lands exist after all.
But anyways, please don't die. I wonder if Dasho is here yet. If he's not, we could settle down and live peacefully. Oh my god.
Ready as we can be.
Let's go to our new friend. Right, so he basically gave us everything to start a new colony here.
On our way.
We do have the old colony still though. But when you start colonizing these lands, you need, you know, you like harvest bananas and coconuts or whatever. Not coconuts. What am I saying? Bananas, coffee, you know, like new world stuff. And you basically start an entirely new game that you have to control on top of the other game. Here's a new island. So you can see this island has bananas, sugarcane, cotton, caoutchouc. How do you pronounce this? Corn and
Just say
coffee.
the word.
So you go here.
Your people are rioting.
Oh my god. Okay,
I
let's just build this real quick and settle on this island. I just want to claim it. I think it's in this beach. Yeah, here we go.
and you
No, this is ours. Now we can go to this sound when you settle a new settlement. Is that not the sound from Heroes of Might and Magic 3? Like, I'm sure that that sound exists in that game. Anyways, you can see we have the old world still. So we still have this entire game here. Keep control of. You know, with the farmers and the workers and the artisans. And we also get engineers. And we get 2 more, I think. So the artisans at some point upgrade to engineers.
Floods the meadow.
But before that, they need, you know, all the worker stuff. Like sausages, we're lacking sausages. So we need to upgrade that production. We remember, put the pigs out here, because pigs are disgusting. And citizens don't want to look at them. However, like in my humble opinion, pigs are pretty cute. You know, they're a really nice animal. Very clever too. So sausage requires 1 to 1. You just put it here.
We're
taken every care.
How was it? Like we put this like this. Beautifully built. The tree and everything. And then we built the sausage factory. We can build that here. Because then we can build a road. Like that. We don't want to do this exhibition right now. Let me ask Dasho how his bedtime is looking. Dasho needed to leave around now, I know. But we can close the game probably and just chill a bit. Yeah, this is... we need to make more sausage. But that's fine. So I really like that you can split your production in the city, like into different corners of the map. It kind of just makes everything more manageable. I know in a lot of these games you need to have direct access to things or the city. Like you need to drive the resources all the way down to the market to distribute them. I think you had to do that in the old Anno games, but not in this one. Okay, let's see here. The workers need sausage. We fixed that. So now we basically need to concentrate on the next population level. We need to build canned food. To get canned food, you need windows, which requires wood and sand, and you get from the beach. Then we can produce these, which requires windows. It requires red pepper too. And we don't have red pepper fertility here. Luckily. No, this doesn't either. So we actually need another island for red pepper. This one, for example. We need to colonize this island. And then we need to produce red pepper farms here, which we can then transport. However, I think it's getting a bit late, so I think me and Dasho will stop the game here. And I really hope you enjoyed it. I know I didn't play super well, but it was at least fun. This is a small settlement. I can't even show you a bigger one. I have one in a single player game somewhere where I am almost through artisans. And I have 3 islands connected and stuff, and it's really cool. You get to like create the patrol routes, or like trade routes, and everything has to go up in like a bigger puzzle. And I really enjoy that kind of thing. Awu Revi, you're also up late today. Let's see, did Dasho right back? Oh yeah. Let's take a break. I'll save the game. Yeah? Oh, you're off work tomorrow. Save an exit game. That's really lovely. I'm super happy to hear that. Oh, you're gonna go off for dinner? Right. Enjoy your dinner. I'm just gonna fix this chat box because I see that the font has been freaking... Oh, you can't do that. Well, that's fine. It's just a little bit weird with the blue text, I felt. But that's okay. Now the chat disappeared. But Dipper, enjoy your dinner. And thank you so much. And Dasho, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but I hope that you sleep really badly. I think attacking me was really uncalled for and really rude. And I know that I'm gonna go cry now. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna get you back later. I really am. But for now, we should hydrate. Need some water. My voice is always catching in my throat when I talk too much. Let me just drink. Good night, Revi, and thank you for joining the stream. It was nice seeing you. I don't see you so often these days, but let's try and Let's try and make up for that, right? Let me see. How many are we still left here? Ooh. Wait, I really need my water for that. I said, I mean, you can just invite me for a movie or something, right? No, darling. Thank you for joining. I want you also to enjoy your night too. I'm so happy you joined. I think this was really nice. I've had a really good time. And if you want to come say hi to me or Dasho, join the Discord server. The link is in the profile. And if it isn't, because maybe I didn't get up, I did update the video description. Otherwise, it's discord.gg/Nasachi ASMR. We just reached level 3 the other day, so we got a custom URL, which is really nice. Come and join us for smaller game sessions, and like we stream a lot in just the Discord, where it's not this official, but I like this a lot too. I like to use my avatar to like show the emotions we do or like go through, especially when they are as terrifying as Dasho destroying my empire. Imagine disturbing the dragon's nest. That's really rude, I feel. And thank you to everyone who donated and also joined the darlings. I really, really appreciate that. It is the last thing in the world that I expect someone to do. Because, you know, we're just here, like a small gathering of people that enjoy our time, but your donations really helped me. And just to give a few of examples what I use the money for, I use them for my streams. I pay for this program to use for streaming. I also buy emojis for the server. We buy little cute artworks we put on both YouTube and the Discord. I also sometimes pay to get like the model here updated or something along those lines. The biggest purchase I did was a new microphone. And I also bought, you know, the phone to stream this with. So it really does help. Every single dollar I get has actually gone towards the stream. And maybe a bit of food. I do need to eat. But it's fine. I do have a job also. But I do really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And thank you to Val. I promoted Val to moderator tonight. And I can see like our chat is so crazy that we need to ban a lot of people left and right. I'm just kidding. We don't really have much disastrous going on. I feel like our community is so small and tight-knit that we take care of each other. We don't really do mean things or really like, you know, mean to anyone. I think in my 1 year of doing this, I've had to ban 2 people from my server because they were just obvious trolls, but everyone else has just been so nice, and I'm just so happy that everyone is so sweet. It makes everything worth it. Streams, videos, the time we spent together on VR chat or in the streams we do in just the server. We have some really cool people in there. What is it? King? She is like, what was it, number 30 ranked in freaking Beat Saber in the world, or in Canada at least. Number 1000 in the world, I think. And we have some really interesting people on the server, so everyone, you know, jumps by and says hi. It's free to join, of course. I just want to see you, and otherwise just write me on Discord. If you don't want to join the server, you can write me, oh, thank you, Dipper. 1000 subs, yeah. I got sick just after reaching that milestone, which is actually really annoying for me because I wanted to like produce a lot of content to celebrate. But we did get to do the Q&A stream, which was very fun. You can watch the replay of that, or just like the annotated questions with answers. I uploaded that as an edited video. That was the last thing I did before I went down. But now we're back, right? I'm gonna end the stream now, and I just want to thank you. Thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart. I'm so happy that you're here, spending your time with me. and spending the time together. No, it's already. Have a super, super lovely evening, and thank you for joining. Mwah.